Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
Damn, that was...
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That boy needs some oil on them brakes, bro. This shit squeaking.
WD-40
This
on
shit
them.
squeaking.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I'm extremely grateful and blessed because I'm not sick, but I got as you can tell, the congestion.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first got the cold, I had a sore throat. So I keep telling people like, yeah, I'm good, but I sound horrible, but I'm so happy because having a sore throat is the worst thing ever, and I was able to get over it in one day.
I'd rather have a sore throat than have blocked up nose.
For real?
Yeah.
I hate a sore throat where it's hard to swallow. You feel me? Like
I feel like it's I feel like it's hard. I would rather
He'd rather do what?
He's trying to pick his words right.
Yeah, no. So for me personally, if I can't breathe, it just annoys me. So like having a clogged up nose just blows my whole day.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable, but if I have to compare the two, I hate hearing myself sound like this, and I'm doing the videos, so I can't take a day off. So my videos got me sound like, "What's up, y'all? It's your boy," whatever. But a sore throat, man, it's hard to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know you don't want to miss that.
It'd be hard to drink with a sore throat, honestly.
Yeah, it do.
Especially
It
the
does.
liquor. Yeah.
What? You got a sore throat trying to drink liquor?
Well, we talking Mike here, ain't we?
Oh,
I'm talking about, like, you're supposed to drink water, like, when it's
Yeah.
like that, but even then it'd be like, it just feels irritated to your throat whenever you drinking anything.
When you have a cold and you do it help or it hurt?
That's got to be the worst possible thing.
No, it hurts.
Right?
I've done
Your
it too
throat
on
is
accident.
already.
How you do it on accident?
Either you were accidentally sick or you were accidentally smoking. What's the accident?
So I was sick, and then I went and smoked.
Doesn't sound
That
accidental.
is
But like I
That
didn't know
sounds
what
like
would
accident.
mess me up, and I lost my voice.
See, that ain't never happened to me.
I literally couldn't talk for like 3 or 4 days.
Now that's the worst.
Damn.
Again, like
Bro,
I know I
3 or 4
don't
days, that's a
sound
long
good,
That's a
time.
very long
but
time.
I got my voice, and I need to have my voice. So, but you sip a tea and you kind of open up.
Yeah.
So I'm a little stuffy, but this tea gonna open me up. Relax.
It look like you got hot chocolate in that cup.
I know they gonna give me this. They know I like my
Your
I've
double
been-
cup.
my double cup.
I've been
white
one
on
that
white
experience of having the snow on the ground and sipping some hot chocolate, but we ain't got no snow really.
We got a little
We
bit.
ain't complaining about not having no snow either, because it's gonna come, and when it come, it's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. I ain't looking forward to wiping off them cars.
Exactly.
Be sure to leave a like on the episode and subscribe, by the way. Please do that.
You like snow?
What kind of snow?
The one that come from Gucci. Just joking.
No, I
Bird.
hate snow. I be thinking like, some people have, my next door neighbor does not live there during the wintertime. Must be nice.
Got
Yeah.
kids?
Older couple, so maybe,
Oh.
but they would
But
have to be.
they retired.
Yeah.
They living comfortable.
Yes.
They doing their thing.
Yes.
I always think about that when we go places. Like I've told people, I love Miami, but it's like as far as moving there and having a family, I've never seen a school in my entire life of going to Miami. All the time.
Yeah.
Never seen a middle school, a high school. I'm sure it exists, but I've just never seen one. So it's like, how do you raise a family on South Beach, Miami? I've
Bro, you
never
just
seen
gotta
a
go out to the
school.
burbs, pretty much, if you try to be a family man. Definitely not raising one in South Beach.
Right. They got a sign, not for raising family. Party only. But yeah, that's dope that you can have. That's my dream, is to be able to have spots.
Mm-hmm.
I just want one. I think multiple spots is a little excessive.
You think so?
Yeah, like
So you wouldn't have a house here where you and
Yeah.
Angie are raising your family, but then you also have a spot in San Diego. It don't have to be 2 houses. But
no,
you got-
yeah, that's like one extra spot, yeah. But like
When
when I
people be
see
having
some
like
people
5
have like,
houses.
4 or 5 houses, I'm just like,
I don't like the way I think of
that's
that's like
a lot.
would
I
do
just
it
think
if I
look at
could.
it as like investments, but yeah, I could imagine myself like I'm gonna really spend time in my 4th house. Like it's more so it's got to be an investment at that point.
I just think people be too rich.
Yeah.
I'm looking
try-
for stuff to
I'm
buy.
trying to be too rich. I have my main spot always in the Midwest in Chicago, but now I have 2 spots on each coast
Mhm.
because I never know when I'm gonna have to go to LA or New York. I got my spots there, and then you gotta have one where just your getaway, where you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, and that might be
That's 4 spots right there.
Miami for me. It might be Boulder, Colorado for you.
You know he mountain man.
Oh yeah, man! I forgot about that. I forgot about that. What's drop the mic though?
If y'all could make a Muse account, who would it be for this year?
Absolutely nobody.
What? What do you
I
mean?
A
hate
Muse accounts. I'm thinking I might make
every single
one.
one
I
of
might
those
make
accounts.
one, bro.
I saw Brendan Pozemski one yesterday.
Wow.
What
Did
was
he
they
dis-
defend?
like deactivate his account?
No. Somebody, I saw it because someone had a viral tweet saying, how do we deactivate this account?
Hopefully it was made during the rookie year.
It had to be. Had to be. I don't know. Music accounts stink though
I seen
because
him-
it's just farming and engagement, which is fun until it's not.
Yeah, I seen his music account yesterday. He reached a certain amount of followers, and like he shouted out like 20 people.
Yeah.
What's some music account that would piss people off?
Probably
Like-
Brendan Pozemski.
No, it would have to be like Billy Kennedy Muse is one of the referees.
Exactly.
Zach
yeah.
Zarba
I would
Muse.
make a referee one and watch. Somebody's about to
It
do
might
it.
already exist as far as we know.
That's why, yeah, you gotta double check it. And then
Got
there's also
lost.
sometimes those accounts that be like, I know the one where it's like they think it's KCP burner or whatever because he be commenting and he be defending everything about like KCP and stuff like that. It's either a music account or I might have to do that with like D-Lo or something.
Scott Foster Muse does exist.
He does.
It
How many
does.
followers?
0 followers.
Oh,
Okay.
0 tweets. So,
okay.
one tweet. Okay. Yeah, 1 tweet.
But
Does
no, my muse would probably be Taylor Jenkins' muse. I know that don't exist.
Let's find out.
Did,
Or
did
like
Katie
I just feel like the Grizz, like every fan base is gonna have those like dedicated group where
Oh,
there's,
yeah, I'm
like,
sure it's a
I don't
Taylor
think-
Taylor
Taylor
Jenkins Muse.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely.
I know it's a Jake LaRavia one, but I ain't
Oh,
think
for sure.
I ain't think it would be a coach one.
Y'all think Katie deactivated his burner,
No.
even though people found it?
No.
The best thing about a burner is that you can have a million.
Oh,
of them.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
true.
you know, KB
I
got
have
several.
I have 2.
I thought we made the other one known. They know it right now.
Everybody knows that that's your burner account.
My burner account.
Yes.
My burner account is literally Pee-wee. It's still everything is always Pee-wee.
My burner accounts all say me as well.
Even Taylor Horton Tucker got a Muse. And this was from 2022. They stopped posting what's he got drink.
Do you have a burner account?
No.
I owe you an apology. I'm so sorry. I was on Instagram and I never realized you made a new D Mills food account.
Oh, yeah.
And I had just followed you back.
Yeah.
I'm like, my boy been probably following me forever.
Oh, you got a new account? I didn't know
See,
that.
No,
nobody-
he knows about it.
Oh,
He be liking my posts.
Is that Motivational Meals?
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. It was Motivational Meals that he changed to.
it couldn't have been.
Yeah, it was.
I followed I must have unfollowed.
Yeah,
because
you said
stopped
you
following.
unfollowed me
Oh,
before.
okay.
You said you unfollowed me.
But yeah, I just seen that. I'm like, okay. Hey, Soul Vibes, Jerk Chicken Egg Roll. Hey, listen, man. If they put that shit in front of me and told me you can have this tray for the next month for free if you slap D Mills, brother, I'm slapping you.
It wasn't too spicy?
No,
you know,
it's nothing like they jerk chicken wings.
Okay.
For whatever reason, them jerk chicken wings, how you this was just
They
pure
got something in
flavor.
there that cut through that spice a little bit.
Cut
Okay.
through a lot of it. Wasn't spicy at all. But yeah, my muse would be Taylor Jenkins.
Tonight we have the final, the championship of the NBA Cup. We have the number 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks versus the number 1 seeded OKC Thunder, 7:30 Central Time. Let's talk about it. Who we
Potential
got?
NBA Finals matchup.
It is.
Potentially.
I mean, we got Giannis. I feel like you always have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get past some Celtics, though.
What if somebody else get them done first?
You got to
Yeah.
get through the team that got through them.
That's fine.
Because in my 2K series, the Pistons got through both of them.
Oh, hell
okay.
no.
As a lower seed, they beat
You
the
know what
Bucks.
happened in my 2K series?
What?
Scoot Henderson won MIP.
Oh,
That wasn't a series. That was you in your own league.
he's so far from that.
My God, he's so far from that. He's so bad that next year he damn near have to win the award.
Yeah.
That's how bad he's been.
His rookie year was a little rocky, and then his sophomore year has just been even more rocky.
But yeah,
That's-
the Bucks had a great year. They matched it with the Pistons in the first round. They lost in 7. And then the Celtics lost to the Pistons too. So as like a play-in team, the Pistons went on a little run. Now Giannis is a Brooklyn Net and Dame is a Rocket.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot going on, man. But anyway, I think this is a good. First and foremost, I saw a tweet that you made, and I agree. The neutral site of the 2 previous games, I was not a fan of.
I got a whole video loaded up after this championship game
It was
about this.
just not. I don't know. maybe Vegas is not the place.
Vegas is just not the place.
Yeah, it seemed like a great idea at first, but watching it didn't have a vibe of like fandom aura in the crowd or whatever.
It was suits and celebrities. Like I'm looking courtside, I'm like,
Central,
God damn, why is what's her name? The fashion Gia?
Yes,
She's sitting courtside. Yeah, I'm like, God damn, what's she doing here? What is Joakim Noah sitting courtside? What
Dan
Oscar
Williams,
Robertson?
Two chains.
At 2 chains. He looked like he had multiple chains on. That's what they said.
That was crazy.
It's just not like I'm thinking about fixes, right? So far it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. One of the major fixes is changing it from being in Vegas. And obviously there's a couple ways you can do this. You can make the higher seed be the team that hosts it. Because one thing that is definitely missing is that fandom. When Giannis made that block and it was 6 people that made some noise, that blew my mind. Even if that happens on the road in Atlanta, you're going to hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it happened at home, the whole damn ceiling might have fell down. Vegas doesn't have that. We've been in Vegas for Summer League and so on. Even the biggest, most hyped Vegas game of all time, the Wembanyama versus Scoot Henderson game, didn't have much electricity outside of the actual court.
Well,
and it just being a lot of people there.
Well, they didn't perform to the level either in that game for whatever. But it was ready to have a moment. That place was busting.
Yeah, that was the most it's ever been like that. I mean, they telling everybody get off the court.
Yes.
And it's like, it's only for this game.
Yes.
And it's like, we ain't never
they
experienced
can
it
still
before.
do it at a neutral site.
I agree.
Just have it in an NBA city.
It
Well,
would 100%.
Yeah.
Go to a place where you know fans are. And part of this for Adam Silver is like a trial run for a team eventually being in Vegas, which again makes sense. I think they will be able to field a real arena when they have an actual team. But as far as it being neutral, it's like, it's nothing.
Or put it in a former NBA city. Put it in Seattle.
Seattle.
Put it in Seattle.
But the thing about them putting it in Vegas, it's a good idea because number one is Vegas.
Yes,
There's a lot
for
of
sure.
traffic there. It's going to be warm. And like KB said, they're going to have a team there.
Yeah.
So I feel you on the Seattle, but do the players really want to be
How
in
much,
Seattle?
if y'all had to like kind of guess or
No shot at
estimate,
Seattle.
how many percentage of like fans you think traveled there to actually see that game?
See, that's the
I
problem.
think
I
y'all
also
fans went. Laker fans.
Lakers fans, because that's what, an hour flight between Vegas and LA. But I think part of the problem is that and I don't think this is a problem we're fixing, is because the cup is so short, where you play the quarterfinal game and then 3 days later you play the semifinal in Vegas, that doesn't give a Bucks fan who might want to travel there time to arrange travel. We're like, is it the FA Cup? It's a soccer cup where the actual cup is spanning across 2 months, which again, the NBA, maybe it doesn't make much sense. But the difference between a semifinal game and the championship game is like 3 weeks. So that gives people time. I'm a big fan of whatever football club.
My team makes it. I can
My
go.
team makes it. I got 3 weeks. I could tell my boss I'm off for this weekend and I'm traveling to Vegas. You don't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
Unless it is a Lakers team, or I'm sure if the Suns made it, it would be easier for them because they're close in
Or
proximity.
like the Jazz.
Something like that. It might be Champions League, something like that. Let me see exactly what I was looking at the other day. But
As a fan, do y'all feel it would be worth it to go?
I said if the Bulls made it, I would have went.
Yeah,
but also
like-
I have the luxury of not having a boss to be like, I'm taking these days
I
off.
like the idea of it being in Vegas. Like as a fan, like if they told us, "Hey, y'all want to go out there?" I would have went my ass out there.
Same.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it's like the conflict of, do you need to change it or do you need to change this and the All-Star game to be more centric to fans? Like we get it. Y'all got pool. Y'all can put every celebrity courtside. But the thing about having every celebrity courtside is they're going to be on some too cool shit. And if you have the too cool shit past the limit, you're not going to get the same kind of feel and vibe that you would want to get when you have something that's supposed to be exciting. And I guess at the All-Star game, if the celebrities be on some fan shit too, exciting for dunks and whatever. But in this type of shit, we want basketball. Hey, you know what? Put them up in a college arena. Let's see the Bucks versus Thunder in Cameron and on Duke Court with the Cameron Crazies courtside. Ooh, sign me up for that.
Do you think you can get the Cameron Crazies to go crazy for that game?
Hell yeah.
I just don't know if they'd be invested.
You don't think so?
I think so. A bunch of college kids at an NBA game?
But it's the reason they go crazy is because they're rooting for their college.
Yeah, but
And
they
I
would
just-
they would turn up.
I
for
think
that.
college kids would definitely turn up at a game.
But that's not what I'm
If
asking.
they
I'm
going
asking
crazy for Con
Cameron
Canoodle.
what do you call
Cameron
Crazies? Their own section,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That section could have one Bucks fan, one Thunder fan, one Bucks fan, one Thunder fan. So it's
Yeah.
not the same electricity as a whole section
But
jumping
I
up
think
and down
he's saying
together.
you still have the actual Cameron Crazies there.
Yeah.
You have the schools, student section.
It would be like 30% of how electric they get
But I still
because
think
they're not invested.
I
see
still
what
think
he's
they would
saying.
still genuinely bring that energy though.
Better than Vegas, but still not enough for me to feel like it's worth it.
the college arena is also a little smaller, so it's going to feel more
Yeah, it's gonna feel
overwhelmingly.
more, yeah.
So that's all. They would never do no shit like that ever. But you know,
I also think that so you can get away from Vegas, you can put it in a different city. I don't mind treating it like the All-Star thing where it's in different cities every single year. So like if I am maybe not the super small markets realistically, but like 1 year it's in Madison Square Garden, I think regardless of what's going on in Madison Square Garden, that shit is going to be electric.
Yeah.
is there any way to put it with the All-Star? Not the same, not too close because it's supposed to be a break.
Right.
But we always have like, how long is the break from All-Star?
From
Like
the
a
cup.
week.
Like a
Yes.
week, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
just a
have it
whole
as
All-Star
close as the last day before that week break,
Mhm.
they
But I also
play.
think it's counterproductive to what Silver's trying to do, which is get people invested in the first 2 months of the season.
True,
Yeah.
true.
I
Yeah.
think that one of the underlining bad things about this NBA Cup stuff is like the games surrounding it don't feel like they matter at all. Like we had
Yeah.
that slate last night,
Yeah.
even though one of the games was really interesting, the Kings versus the
No,
Nuggets.
Two of them. The
Overtime
Pistons,
games, see, that lets you
Yeah.
know
Yeah, it was a great game.
that it was like these games, even me as a diehard NBA fan, I'm like, I'm okay with not watching these games live. The real game that matters tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
I
was
see what you
low key
mean,
thinking
but-
that same thing tomorrow too. I was like, man, I low key can't wait for this cup tomorrow because it's like it feels like something's at stake right here. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's right now.
500,000 is at stake.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just Adam Silver is doing he's doing his job when he's trying to get fans back interested in this part of the season. Because I agree with you.
It has been
Mhm.
been somewhat exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that first day saved the NBA start to me.
Mm-hmm.
The very first day of
Clay
tournament
come
game.
back and that Steph Curry's big shot, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
they did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
It won't be the most perfect fine-tuned thing. Like you're not always gonna be happy and play. You can't get everything. But I definitely feel you. There's some days where it's like, this is whatever. But I feel like even without the cup, the slate is the slate.
Yes.
With the cup, without a cup, if you have a night where you looking at the paper and you like, that still happens. It's gonna happen when the cup is done. It's gonna happen in the second half of the season where we're gonna look and be like, yeah. I think that kind of comes with fatigue a little bit too, of seeing some teams be disappointed, and you just can't predict. I never in a million years would have thought the Pistons and the Heat would have had the game that they had last night, but here we are, probably the game of the night next to the Kings and the Nuggets.
Jimmy Butler, hey.
Triple-double.
Time to get traded, baby.
Yeah,
I gotta,
he
I gotta
definitely-
turn that switch on.
No, he definitely.
That's
that was
what you
definitely
paying
an
for.
Increase my trade value type of performance.
It's been like, I think that's what, 3 games in a row? Where
I wish he would have had
good?
20 rebounds though.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
He had 19.
Yeah. I think that stat line has only been done by DeMarcus Cousins and one other person.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Brian Boogie was a monster.
Sure was. He sure was. The last thing about the cup before we get into the actual final.
Who do y'all have winning? I don't think y'all said y'all have winning.
I got the Bucks.
We know.
I have OKC.
I'm just messing with you.
I think OKC has the tools to do like OKC is going to be a sellout centric team as far as they're going to throw as many bodies at Giannis and Dame, and if Torian Prince hits 7 threes and win, that's going to be the thing. Like we saw that in their 2 playoff series where they did everything in their power to prevent it from being Luka and Kyrie, and it ended up being PJ Washington. You tip your cap and say PJ beat us in the series. I think they're going to do the exact same thing. So it really is going to go down to 3-point variance from Torian Prince, from AJ Green, and some of the other random role players because they're not going to stop Giannis or they're not going to stop Dame, but they just going to make it really, really tough for those dudes.
I think my thing is that Hardenstein is going to probably get the primary assignment on Giannis. But then if he gets in foul trouble and when he's out the game, there's no rim protection.
Yeah.
They have no rim protection or anybody who could deter Giannis from just trying to get to the basket at that point. So I just think Giannis could really feast at the rim, especially if he gets Hardenstein in foul trouble. Now it's just J-Dub.
Yeah.
And J-Dub like 6 inches shorter than him and like 20, 30 pounds smaller than him.
Even with Hardenstein, they still don't. They're gonna have to put like 2 to 3 bodies in front of him at that
Yeah.
point, and Giannis has been on such a tear at this point. Like, he's a guaranteed 30+ at this point.
I hope we get
And
an
so,
aggressive
like,
Brook Lopez too. This is a matchup where he can actually take advantage too.
You talk about from his size aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Bobby Portis is going to play a big part in this one as
Yes.
well for that exact same reason.
The Bucks have the same thing on their hands though. If God forbid Andre Jackson get 2 fouls.
Oh, yeah,
early
Shea,
on.
It's over with. Yeah.
I mean, and that's giving him a lot of credit because Shea is just like Giannis. Well, you're not necessarily gonna stop him, but
No, for sure.
I mean,
I feel like I think KB said this on his, but like he said, Shea don't take bad shots. Shea literally, it seems like every shot he takes is a quality look.
even a game against the Rockets where he didn't have a good game. He ended up with 30, but he didn't have a good shooting night.
I wanted
All
to
of those
quote
looks
that
were good.
and say you was glazing.
A lot of people say I am an OKC Glazer. I think I just like good basketball at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And Shea is a good basketball player.
He
One of the best. But I don't think he
is
takes.
he
I
better
mean,
than Luka Doncic?
no. I don't think. Now that's being hyperbolic. He doesn't take bad shots. Everybody takes bad shots.
Yeah.
So
But
why
in
you
the
on Glaze Luka? Because he take bad shots.
He does take bad shots.
A lot of stuff.
But in the grand scheme of things, Shea doesn't take a ton of bad shots. And it's not many teams out there that forces him to do something he doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
He's always going to get his spot, and sometimes the shot doesn't fall. But you look at it and be like, okay.
That's
a good
his shot. Yeah.
That's not mind blowing to y'all
What?
that you can be like that in the NBA.
It is mind blowing. It is mind blowing.
It's one thing to do it in high school, one thing to even do it in college. But sometimes I watch guys like Shea.
He didn't even do it at those levels. He
Right,
literally just did it in the NBA.
Crazy. But it's like you're in the best league ever with the best players, and you still just do whatever the hell you want to do.
That's what I be thinking about with Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Like, he literally just, I mean, he's seeing all NBA defenders damn near every night, and it's just like, hey, I'm going to just move at my own pace, and I'm going to get to my spots, and I'm going to knock it down.
His game
Sometimes
versus
Luka
the
do
Warriors
take
was
bad
crazy.
shots though.
Sometimes.
Luka does take bad.
Oh yeah, Luka's a bad shot taker and maker. Though.
Make
Yeah.
it,
So it's
Yeah.
like you live with it a lot of times. There are games where he takes it with 50 seconds left in the game and he misses it. And I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Was that the Nuggets game? Early in the
Yes.
season?
Yeah.
He took a
Yes.
bad shot with a limited amount of
Boy,
time
took
left.
that more from the logo.
I think he might have my
It was his
favorite.
Suns. It's one of the two.
Mm.
He might have like my
Doug,
favorite
go.
shot to watch in basketball right now is like he gets to the paint and all he does is kind of land on 2 feet and he'll spin around and like he'll push off a little bit and he'll hit his mid range. Like you can't guard that.
Unguardable, yeah.
You literally can't guard that shot.
Yeah.
He puts that body on you so you can't really block his shot or contest and leans back. It's money.
He's waking up to that MVP conversation.
Mhm.
You know, right now I
He
think
got
it's
up to a slow start.
a 3-man-ish race, right? Between Shea, Jokic,
Giannis.
and Giannis. I think right now 4 will probably be Tatum. And Luka will be 5, but Luka's waking up enough to get back into that normal conversation where he
Oh yeah,
normally
especially when
is.
you putting up 45, 18. He did something crazy. I don't remember the exact stat.
You just
but
keep having 28-point first halves. It's just something ridiculous like that. Yeah. But if I had to pick, I'm going OKC by a slim margin. I want it to be a dog fight. I want it to be one of them low-scoring dog fight, last couple possession
Like
matters
Thunder
games.
Rockets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Bucks too, like D Mills. They just look like a different team, and Darvin Ham was undefeated in cup game. So
Yeah.
I
I hope
gotta
it's
go
the
with the
opposite,
analytics.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of hope, and this was like the Mavericks Warriors game, but nobody really could get a stop. Like, everybody was in. I honestly hope for the shootout in the cup.
Well, you know people just going to complain
man,
about
I don't
it.
want to see the Bucks do a damn shootout. They're gonna lose.
It was just crazy because the Warriors were like one of the top 3 defenses, but they literally couldn't get a stop. It'd be funny if it was the same thing for the Thunder against this Bucks team.
That's how the Kings Nuggets was last night.
Bro, that
They was taking
yes,
turns.
that
Yeah.
second
Yes.
quarter,
Yes.
we was like, bro, they going layup for layup. They're literally just going layup for layup.
I
right
just
now.
couldn't believe they had like the Kings had a lead with like it was up like 7 with 2 minutes left. But I got to the minute mark, that shit was gone.
Yeah,
That's
the
how
Nuggets
Pistons
didn't
game was too.
They
Yeah.
didn't miss a shot for the rest of the game. For 3
Yeah.
minutes straight, they just hit every shot.
Shout out to Jamal Murray.
Yes.
Yep.
Jamal Murray looked like himself again.
Mhm.
Like he literally looked like his old version last night. He was hitting big shots.
Shout out to
big
Russ
shots.
too.
Oh,
Bro,
Russ, yeah,
Brody.
Russ is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see like his time with the Lakers didn't work out. His time with the Clippers, varying degrees of success.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah.
the postseason
Highs
didn't
and
work out.
lows.
But him with the Nuggets, specifically when it's him and Jokic on the court together, it's like a whole different
Russ.
Russ.
Yeah.
When he played with the Lakers or he played with the Clippers, there were possession streaks where you look at Russ and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" For a dude that won an MVP and as good as you are, he just had so many brain malfunctions. I feel like that does not happen at all with the Nuggets. And if it does, it's one possession here, then another one in a different quarter.
So is Jokic the best player you ever played with?
Jokic unlocked him.
Mike gonna say
Unlocked
no.
the former
Mike gonna
MVP.
say
And
no.
LeBron,
and
no.
then twist up
Well,
his
also,
face.
I think the Nuggets let him rock out.
Yeah, they do.
So, like, he's able to get the ball and do what Russ wants to do. He's able to get the rebound, push it. He's also able to run the pick and roll in the half court. So, like,
the Lakers let him do some of this shit too.
His
Not to the
two-man
very-
game with Jokic is actually phenomenal, man.
he did, but not to the level that he does it now. He has the ball a lot more with the Nuggets.
Especially when
At least
Jamal Murray
visually,
was
it looks
struggling,
like.
they definitely needed that like boost from Russell.
Ain't nothing like when he making threes.
Oh yeah,
Even
you
with the
can't tell
Lakers,
him nothing.
You can't tell him nothing.
Yeah.
Russell go.
That's
0
the
and
worst
8,
thing at
He
the
And
said
then
same
he'll
what?
make that one. He'd be like, "Mother, what? What? That's my shit." Like Russ, you just missed the first 8 though.
And
That's
you airball 3 of them.
that's
You
the
can't tell him nothing.
that's
though,
the
for
beauty of
real.
basketball.
Yeah.
You keep shooting, and once you make way, that's all.
Hey,
that matters.
especially if it's the big one.
He'd
Yes.
be like,
He gonna do something. You saw Lou Dort get attacked for doing a 3 in that NBA Cup game?
No.
It was like the game sealing shot. He did like this, and that was after the little scuffle between Kaysen and Sengun. He had a 3, and he did like this.
Did
And
they
they're like
think he did
this.
a gun?
They thought he did a gun.
Oh.
I'm like, the refs is tripping,
"Who was we
bro.
watching?" Caleb Martin got mad because somebody was
Desmond
like,
Bane.
Desmond Bane.
Oh yeah.
Desmond Bane was like,
But nah, he literally pointed
Yes.
at him and started shooting.
They started shooting, and still they get a text, so they focused. I know. Lou Dort like, damn.
Yeah, they
Bane
rescinded
could
it
pull-
though. He ain't had to pay the fine. They
Bane
rescinded it.
could pull his gun down, aim it, and shoot him in the head.
He reloaded it too.
And
You didn't see him
nothing.
reload
He
it.
did reload it. He did though. He loaded it. Desmond Bane, you my
Loaded the cock.
man. But you
He
crazy.
hanging around y'all too much.
Too much.
Hey, but you know what? Desmond Bane was giving his ass to work that game.
He was. He was.
Jokic and Russ in the 350 minutes they played together have a net rating of a 6.3. Pretty damn good.
What was it with Jamal Murray?
Just Jamal Murray and Jokic this season. You know it's going to be inflated because Jokic is disgusting. Together, it's a 12.6 in 480 minutes.
Yeah.
That's impressive, even though Jamal Murray
They
at the
lucky,
start of
y'all.
the season was not having that good of a season.
Y'all lucky we don't hoop no more. Desmond Bane would inspire me. Next time we hoop, I'm gonna go over the top.
Is that
I'm
a
definitely
damn musket?
that shit jammed.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely-
exactly. It's jam. So,
You do that when
okay.
you miss 6 shots in a row?
No, and then you make one. Yeah.
I'm definitely rocking the baby on somebody next time.
I was like daydreaming about being in a men's league on the way here.
Daydreaming about it?
Daydreaming.
You know you can make that happen, right?
Yeah,
What?
Really only going to cost you a little bit of money.
like us. I was like, we should all just.
Daydreaming about it though?
It was like a little fantasy.
you and other sweaty men. That was your
Him and the
fantasy?
dames, and him and other sweaty men in the dames.
In the dames. You were screaming that day. Somebody said something about the dames. You said, they right here next to me.
They are. I
Right
got a
next
stack
to your
of shoe
setup.
boxes right next to
Oh,
me.
it's crazy.
He did say they right here next to me. I was there for that.
Everybody right now is in their content arc, man. Mike has been streaming every single day. You've been uploading every
yes.
single day.
You
Derek
been
has
streaming
been
every day?
streaming a bunch.
Damn, I feel like I'm missing it.
And I'm streaming.
Oh, y'all streaming that bullshit.
That game's so fun.
Hey, come on.
We're gonna talk about it
Come-
unplugged. We're gonna
Yeah.
convince him. We're gonna convince him unplugged. But that game's so damn fun. Did you say who you picking for the final?
I got OKC, but I low key want to go Bucks for Giannis. I'm gonna say OKC though.
If the Bucks win this, do we look at them as like back into contention?
I
think
already
so.
look at them that way.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm waiting to look and feel that way about the Sixers. They had a really good win last night without Embiid. I think they need these wins more than we're gonna talk about because it's like 8 and 16, ain't nothing to talk about. But
Oh, they got
Paul-
a tough game next.
Paul George, that's that 30. He had the 30. I thought he had a
It's the
30,
first
but
one,
he had
baby.
29s.
Maxey had.
Triple
40.
double.
Oh no, they play the Hornets next again.
Was that a
back to
triple
back.
double or just?
I don't know if
40?
he got a triple double. I know he got 40 for sure though.
And
And then Jeremy Kane is out for some time. That's something we
Yes.
found out a few days back. So that's
That
unfortunate.
shit was
Embiid
so
is out for
unfortunate.
what, another week?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
woke
said he'll
up-
be reevaluated in a week.
I woke up and watched a doctor. Oh no, that wasn't about Embiid. He was talking about Zion. Basically, just saying Zion ass probably ain't coming back. Rightfully so with the record. And whenever you have an injury like Zion that you can't see, we didn't see him have it. It just kind of like he went to the locker room, came back, scored, and then he was out like out of nowhere. He said those type of injuries as a doctor really concern him because it didn't come from nothing. It means something is building up in your body or something like that.
Oh shit.
And he was comparing, like, I made the video about Joel Embiid, and I was just saying, guys at this size, it's like, it's not really them. It's just that when so much goes on your body, it just comes with it when you have so many injuries. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm not trying to be negative here, guys, but it's just the reality.
I ain't no doctor, but like, even I know that's some real shit. If you got all that pressure on your joints and all that, it's not gonna be well.
I'm glad you told us that part.
I mean, yeah, y'all know I ain't no. I don't think you got to be as much of a doctor to kind of understand.
I need to dial in, man, because there's no way I cannot write a movie with Mike being so many different characters. I just thought of like a show where like you are now the doctor.
You know what that reminded me of? When he asked you, what's your favorite planet? You said,
yes, that's it, literally.
Earth?
Somebody asked me that the other day, and I damn near didn't say Earth.
Damn.
But yeah, you're not a doctor.
Yeah.
But
I never tried to impersonate one either. It's against the law.
I remember that one dude on Twitter. You remember the dude with the mohawk that was a fake doctor?
No.
That's from Drake and Josh, KB.
Oh, the dark-skinned dude.
Yes.
Who was acting like he wasn't acting like a doctor.
He was doing shit.
I know.
I thought he was a gynecologist.
I just know he got his ass caught.
Yeah, I know he's in prison.
One of those dudes, creep sick, was acting like a gynecologist and was seeing women and did not just in there.
That's crazy.
I can't confirm if it was him, but there was somebody who went viral on Twitter because of that.
Man.
Got his ass caught. Now your ass we finna gynecologist your ass.
Don't point at me.
No, him. Yeah, he finna go to jail. Like, what you here for? Yeah, see, I was pretending to. Oh, that's what you on? Matter. Hey, Big Drake, go get him. Hey, Boo, go get him. Finna make sure you all right. That picture funny of that dude though. He had that time some.
Yeah. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
With that little mohawk.
Yes.
You said you're gonna make a music out of him. I heard what you said over there. But no, yeah.
Let me see.
Looking like Kyrie.
Would you go to him if he's your doctor?
He looks 12.
He look young as
He
hell.
look young as hell.
He look young and freaky.
All right, Darrick, get to the rumor mills.
It's the rumor mills with D Mills.
Did
You got a Joan drop.
the Dennis Schroder deal, did that happen before or after?
Before or after what?
We haven't talked about it yet.
We have not talked. Okay, so in between last episode and this episode, Dennis Schroder got traded to the Golden State Warriors, and apparently, according to Steinlein and Jake Fisher, they could have potentially got Cam Johnson in the deal if they wanted to include Kuminga into the deal, but the Warriors were resistant to doing that, which I understand. I don't really see the value of me trading Kuminga for Cam Johnson right now.
Yeah, I think it opens things up a little bit because we had the conversation about what is his trade value. And one of the names I referenced was Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
And for them to say, no, it's not him. So they're thinking a level above.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler, right?
A Jimmy Butler type of return. And that's it's just a bit interesting. Because Kuminga's a fine player. What's his ceiling? How much are you going to pay him? There are a lot of question marks around him if you trade for him. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why we haven't seen a bigger deal get done, because a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if many general managers know. If he was on my team, I'd pay him this. He's in the same class as Josh Giddey, who we also mentioned. How much money is he going to be worth at the end
I
of the
think
market?
Kuminga's shown us a lot more than Giddey.
Sure, he's better than Giddey. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean, I'm not comparing the actual players. It's about what their next contracts is.
Or like Cam Thomas.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Another
I was
player.
thinking, do y'all see this as like a bad thing when y'all really can't gauge the value on them? Because, I mean, if it turns out that it's not as high as they need to be or high as they think it is, and they was like, we probably should have got Cam Johnson for this run, would y'all rather have like the I don't know, or like would y'all rather have the you don't know the ceiling yet?
Well, all I know is that we a lot of times look at potential trades that didn't happen and be like, shit, they could have got this player for that. The Warriors just did it this summer.
Yeah.
They could have had Larry Marketing for Brandon Podziemski, but they said, nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. He's better than yada yada. So I just know we look back on fake trades that almost happened and be like, damn, they should have did that more than the opposite.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But to the Dennis Schroder trade, since we haven't talked about that, him For DeAnthony Melton, in 2 seconds,
Yeah.
something like that. That's the deal. DeAnthony Melton obviously not playing for the season. They say he went all blacked out on Instagram, so he don't feel the greatest about this. It's all good. Get well soon.
But can we stop right there?
Mm-hmm.
I understand, right? Getting hurt, but immediately when he got hurt, when that type of stuff happens, it makes me think like, how detached are players? Because as soon as he got hurt, that's all we heard. That was like a foregone conclusion that you had. Yeah, they have $12 million to use as a part of the business. Is your agent not informing you that this is going to be a part? Like, do you not know? How do I know that? How do us up here know that and can see that coming? But then you go black out as if like you had no idea.
I think just the mental part of it. Think about it like in a relationship. Your relationship has failed. You probably recognize that. But once she finally calls it quits, you still going to feel some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
You will. But hopefully if you've seen it coming, you don't black out. Blackout is like you did me dirty, didn't see it happening. Blackout is you walk in and somebody's in your house. That's blackout to me.
No,
Right?
Yeah.
Blacking out is
I was
did
thinking
not see
the
it
first
coming.
thing when I seen that too, I was thinking, bro, it's probably gotta suck that he gotta travel all the way
He
across.
doesn't, though. He's not playing for them. He doesn't have to report. They're not going to re-sign him.
Yeah.
He's a free
I
agent
guess.
practically.
Yeah, he can stay in,
Exactly.
He can stay in San
That's how I thought
I
about it.
guess.
It's
I
like,
didn't even think about it like that because I was like, he got to travel with that torn ACL.
the moment
He literally can't, I don't think.
somebody on Twitter tried to
Yeah.
say, man, you know, when you got a torn ACL, you can't fly because it would
I was
inflate
gonna
your
say,
season.
Somebody
that's
else-
the
he
first
gonna
thing I
have-
thought about.
They were
Somebody else
saying
saying you can.
They were saying it was cap, but they were just trying to say you would have
He's
to
got to
drive.
drive.
Why
He's just
why would he
going
have
to stay in
drive?
San Francisco.
But that's my point. And like when you got hurt, that's where it sucked. And I'm very sympathetic for that because I said before that injury, DeAnthony Melton, every time I look up, back, neck, knee, like he just couldn't stay healthy. But it's like once you got hurt and was out for the year, you're practically a free agent because the Warriors, I mean, they got to shuffle the cards. So I was a little confused on that. I'm not saying he's wrong because I don't know the business a part of being a part of it, but when players do that, it make me feel like, damn, nobody prepped you for this. Like
Right.
nobody, you didn't know that this was going to be your fate. But anyway, yeah, my bad.
I like the addition. Like the Golden State Warriors, I think, are 27th in pick and roll frequency. That's just never been their identity. Makes sense. Dennis Schroder is one of the better pick and roll players in basketball. And one thing Steve Kerr said is that they're not bringing him in to change his identity, which makes me feel like they're going to run some pick and roll. Seems like they're going to try to start both of the smaller guards together between him and Steph Curry. Their defense has not been great over the last month or so, but they trust their own defensive infrastructure around them to make it work. I think it's a worthy pickup. I think it changes some things. I don't think it changes it so much that it's like the Warriors are back.
That's why you got to think there's another trade coming.
Something
Oh,
right.
they
It's a
let
setup
it-
for
I-
something else.
They
I
let us
love-
know it's coming.
I love Dennis Schroder as a defender though.
Yeah,
Like,
and it also came out that he's a contract that they could just aggregate in another trade. So
Because
he
they
also-
did it strategically before. Yeah.
So like he also cannot be a permanent. He may not be a permanent Warrior.
Oh, so they could trade him a second time, is what you're
Yes.
saying. I did not
They
see
traded for him at a certain time that allows them to still be
that. By
able to aggregate.
February, because you need
Boom.
60 days. Okay. Word. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. All
and
right.
the team might
So,
want
yeah,
that.
they
Yeah.
can include him in a bigger deal.
But
Because
I'd be so pissed if I was in this shirt.
My favorite thing about the trade is what they gave.
Mhm.
You gave a guy that's literally not going to play, and I love that for the Nets as well. And then you gave up 2 seconds.
Yep.
yeah,
So to be able to get a guy who's having the year that he's having for that, if I'm a team around the league, if I'm the other teams, I'm like, damn.
Kind of set the market a little bit. Huh?
We should have woke up.
Yeah.
The Bucks ain't got a dead. No, they over they second apron. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately.
they couldn't.
I feel like every time they come up, we like, oh, they're second apron.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's another team out there that could use a Dennis
For
Schroder.
sure.
And the Bucks only have like 5 picks. A lot of them are tradable.
Yeah, they like first rounders that you can't trade because of the
Yeah.
Stipend rule. So,
I mean, I like this for Brooklyn equally, though.
yeah, they get the contract off in
And-
2 seconds.
They were just too good.
Too good.
And I feel like if you waited around until mid-February to make this
It might
trade,
have been too late.
it would have been too late.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
needed in that first game without him. Oh my fucking god!
It was the
a
Cavs
part
though.
of me feel like they waited a little too late. They got off to
Potentially, yeah.
way too good of a start, in my opinion. But they got a lot of basketball left to.
But DeAnthony Melton signed there this year, so he probably wasn't eligible to December 15th anyway.
True.
So, and most players are on that. But last night was off. It was the Cavs, so yeah. But when I saw that starting lineup, I was like, I'm not watching a single second of this game. Ben Simmons and Claxton on the court together. Are you shitting me?
Hey, what
And
about him?
Before my stream, you saw me watching it. They were doing dribble handoffs from the 3-point line together. Not a player in sight defensively.
Well, Jordy
That's
Fernandez.
what they want.
Hey,
No.
let Jordy.
That's what they want. They don't want to win no more games.
Yeah,
Facts,
I was
I
about to
agree.
say what Jordy Fernandez said recently, that he wants to put Ben Simmons back at point guard so they can play faster and have a more up-tempo pace.
That's the only offensive benefit Ben has is in the full court.
Yeah.
For sure. But
After
they-
a make, he is a 0.
They said that if they part ways with him, the Celtics are the likely landing spot for him.
Like a buy. Well, there's second apron, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a buyout.
But second apron can't do buyouts.
Yeah.
Oh, then how are they a second apron? Because
Man, you think about those contracts. I
that's
feel
what
like
they linking
have
him
be.
to. I've
Right,
seen
they
this
got-
I've seen this multiple times. Ben Simmons linked to the Celtics by reputable sources. It's not like I'm looking at some shit on Reddit.
Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Let's try to make a
Yes,
trade
they are.
with the Celtics.
They're one of the few teams that are second apron. It's the Suns, it's the Wolves, it's the Celtics, it's the Bucks. I don't know how they would get it.
I don't even know. That just seemed like it's the Celtics thing. Like, I feel like if you say the Celtics adding anybody, it sounds like it's gonna be
They
dangerous.
added Blake Griffin 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, Blake is back, baby.
Yeah, see,
I still
Celtics are most likely to land former All-Star if current team cuts him.
Damn.
Can't.
Yeah.
But I look at Ben Simmons.
They
and
could
I'm
do a
like,
3-way trade where they get Ben Simmons in, send Jason Tatum to Chicago, then Zach LaVine goes to the Nets. If you really want Ben Simmons, you can make it work.
I like
I
that.
don't think they want him that much.
Oh, Ben Simmons, Boston Celtics talk debunked. Probably because it's like we're a second apron team.
Yeah.
And this is not even a reputable.
I hate the second apron right now, bro. I fucking despise it.
Me too.
I've hated it for a minute.
And-
Ever since it started.
I think that if they keep it, it won't become cool for like 5 years.
Wow.
Until
Because-
the league adjusts.
Because a lot of these current contracts were signed before the second apron were incorporated, before teams actually realized how debilitating it is. So this next, like last year's wave of contracts and this next wave of contracts, general managers are going to be way smarter when signing these things. But now that makes it so Jimmy Butler potentially wants out. His ass is probably not going to get traded because of the second apron.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine has wanted out. I mean, maybe the Bulls have wanted to trade him. They won't be able to do that because of the
He
second apron.
signed here. What you talking about? He loves Chicago.
And we love him too. But damn it, I like player movement because I'm a YouTuber that makes videos about trades.
Mhm.
It might be good for the league as far as building rivalries, though. Just because your team kind of has to be the same.
Yeah. But I think it just also pigeonholes you when you're talking about off season. Like you can't really. That's just the one thing that sucks. Like if you.
I don't feel like we've been limited in offseason moves though.
The team's gonna make it happen. But I see what you're saying. Just like
Deadline, I'm looking at like, but the offseason, they gonna find a way to create some cap space and figure out how to have some excitement going on.
I just like player movement at the end of the day.
me too.
I mean, maybe teams got to be progressive like the Rockets. The Rockets did. We're
And
not
that's what-
giving out maxes.
That's what it's gonna have to be.
Well, yeah, that's what KB saying. Like a lot of these teams, they signed those players before this, so they have to now pay a repercussion for something they didn't know.
Yeah.
So you have a Rockets team who were lucky enough to have to do their signing with the
Mindset
rule.
of-
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know a lot. I would be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
We probably can't think of it at the top of our head, but there has to been a team who did their deals right before and was
It was
probably
like,
got
yeah.
the news that they implemented this and was probably like, bro, if y'all would have told me 6 months ago, I would have probably
So what
written
about-
Who
my
the team is?
offseason.
It's the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Rudy
Oh,
Gobert trade.
hell yeah. Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, Cat.
And Anthony
Yeah.
Edwards, all extensions.
Yep.
And then they had to trade Cat so they can prevent themselves from being a second apron team so they can have that financial flexibility in the future.
That they still, in my opinion, might not really have that much of. They're going to have a little bit more, but it still won't be a lot because Nas Reed is getting a nice deal. Nikhil Alexander-Walker has been phenomenal.
And that trade still kept them as a second apron team, but it's like next year we won't
He's
be.
going to be able to, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they talking about they saved $10 million, but is that really worth it? I mean, you're just not the same team you were last year. How much do you value that? Like that still has to be something that you got to worry about. You were at the top of the conference, looking like one of those teams that could potentially go to the final.
And I know it's a
Dominated
video
everything.
game, but I just did the offseason in my series, and I controlled all 30 teams to try to make things. There was not really places they could go. Julius Randle went back to the Timberwolves. He went on a bargain and for a short-term deal, but it wasn't like it was a bunch of options out there for him or the Timberwolves. It was like, shit, you might as well just go back. So I'm like, I don't see what happens because they're going to have a real big hole at 4. It ain't like they got like a legitimate replacement there. I don't know.
I mean, the only real legitimate market for Julius Randle right now is Brooklyn. Just because they have
I don't see them
money
doing
in
it,
all
man.
season.
I just
But yeah, I don't
doing
see
it.
them giving him a long-term deal at a max contract value because that just that hurts them
Yeah.
in the future.
If he signs a max, whatever team gave it to him, just said fuck the rule book. We don't care about financial restrictions and everything.
Because now that I'm thinking with the salary or the second apron thing and everything like that, does the salary cap still go up too?
Yes.
So it's like I think about it like players like I guess a Luka level or those type of level, like they're still gonna get their money. But I think about all the in between, and that's where the adjustments got to come from because I can't play my fourth best guy for $30 million and $40 million.
And
I
sometimes
just can't
you
do
can't
it no
even
more.
make the third best. So a lot of the times nowadays, your third best player is making a near max as well. I think those days are dead with the second apron, man.
Yeah. Could you see more stars being more willing to take a little bit less money?
Absolutely not.
I think Jaylen Brunson is a one of one, man.
Jaylen
Absolutely
Brunson's
not.
a one-on-one.
I think it's a
I
one
don't
of one.
see it. I wouldn't suggest it, and I wouldn't promote it. I would never look at OKC and say, J-Dub, sacrifice your bag. Because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
They got Shea, pay. You got Chet, pay. J-Dub is your technical third guy who you would be suggesting right now to say, hey, to stay with these guys who got paid, you just snip off. So I would never tell that to J-Dub.
No, not the third. I was talking about like the Lukas of the world.
So having the star?
Extremely not.
No.
Hell.
This is actually something that came up in my live
Hell
stream
no.
this morning. Somebody donated and said, hey, if Bron was really about the Lakers winning, he would have signed for a minimum. And I'm like, bro, I want you to walk into your job and tell your boss you want to cut your pay to minimum wage so somebody else can get paid. It doesn't matter what the profession is. At the end of the day, we are all human in the capitalistic world where you need money to survive. I don't care if you Bron and you damn near a millionaire. You're going to take the amount of money that's on the table, especially if it's that much money.
Bron's going to flip it too and say, why you don't tell it to the owner?
Yeah.
Why the owner don't pay the luxury tax?
Right.
You know, well, not the Lakers because they're going to do whatever, but it's a lot of teams who that would be the argument. There's a lot of teams who don't want to pay the luxury or do any of that extra shit.
Yeah.
That's the history of their organization. They're always going to be. So I forget, I was reading something, it's a long time ago. It was like the second apron is a thing, but some of these teams are never going to get close to it because it's just not who they've been. So a player, me, I'll be like, go talk to him. He got more money than me.
Right.
If somebody owns this team. I'm just a player.
Yeah.
I have somebody above me who pays all of us. Go talk to them. You talking about saving some money. Open up that checkbook a little bit more.
And also ain't nothing guaranteed either. Like we can sign him in my pay cut, and we might not win shit.
So, perfect example, Mike. Somebody said in my chat after my argument, well, Dirk did it. I say, bet. Let's go see. Dirk made $23 million a year. And at that time, that was one of the 5 most expensive players in basketball. He re-signed on a 2-year, $14-ish million
What
deal.
year is this?
This is 2012, 13, something like that. So this is what happened. He took the pay cut. They brought in some more players. They were a first-round exit back-to-back years. And then what happened after that? He signed for $25 million for 1 year. He say, hey, I took y'all pay cut the last couple years to make us better. We didn't win. Now pay me my fucking money.
After the championship.
This is after the championship.
But they
So
had
2-3
let
years
those
after.
guys go.
Yes.
So they shouldn't have did
One of the years, he took a pay cut for fucking Yogi Ferrell.
That's crazy.
So if you're taking a pay cut, you have an ultimate amount of trust in the front office to use the surplus of money correctly. Because even if let's say LeBron did sign for a minimum, what the hell was they gonna do with that money this offseason? Okay, Jonas Valanciunas on the team, y'all. What does that mean for y'all?
Well, yeah, he gave them a $20 million wiggle room, and said, "I'll take a $20 million pay cut if you go pursue these guys."
Mm-hmm.
They unfortunately struck out. He said, "All right, bet. I need that $20 million."
You know what?
And I fuck with that.
It's just more like 2K to think.
But also, LeBron's a billionaire, so like he can afford to say, "If for me to win a championship, I'll sacrifice $20 million."
Sure. You make a lot of money. We need a 5th member of the podcast, Darrick. Can we cut your salary by 90% so we can get Shams on the show every day?
You also
No.
just listen.
No, right? No.
Just listen to what you just said, though.
What?
He can sacrifice $20 million. Who in the fuck is you getting for $20 million that's going to win a championship?
No.
He just said, I'll name him.
It was Jonas
Jonas
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas.
I-
The other one was
I-
Klay
Jonas-
Thompson, but
He
Klay
was like
Thompson
DeMar
didn't even-
DeRozan.
Okay, be the analyst that you are. Any of these guys on this roster,
No.
do the Lakers are not a favorite to you?
No.
So why the fuck am I giving up my $20 million?
I'm just saying he proposed it.
And
DeMar DeRozan signed for more than that, for what it's worth.
he
All of those
proposed
dudes
it.
other
He's a
than
damn
Val.
fool, in my opinion, for even proposing it. It sound good. LeBron knew them motherfuckers wasn't coming. We ain't getting no damn DeMar DeRozan for no $20 million. The fuck out of here, man. That shit sound good.
Mid-range
it.
Central, LA. Oh man. All
'Cause
right,
if LeBron was about that, he would have done it several times.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's a billionaire,
and
right?
he never took a minimum. In Miami, they all took pay cuts to make it happen for 4
Yeah.
years. So he's done at least somewhat of it before.
But I'm taking a pay cut because I know I got way
Way
to
to
box.
box, yeah.
We're not talking
Not
about
nothing.
Valanciunas, DeRozan,
Yeah.
and who else did you use? Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
Who Klay Thompson said I wasn't going anyway. I want to play with y'all ass.
Now he got the microscope. He the
Yeah,
scapegoat now.
I don't be trying. Yeah, you know the real key that could change all of this is do what they doing in baseball. If you do deferred money, so LeBron,
That
we
might
gonna
be
pay
coming
you,
soon,
but we
bro.
gonna pay your ass 5 years from now. But we got you. But just take $1 this year. Take $1, and I swear I'm gonna hit you off with the dig on the side. That's what they doing in baseball. The Dodgers finna have the National League All-Star, and they just gonna pay everybody way later. We gonna run it up, and the paying you ain't gonna be a problem because we gonna keep winning World Series. And the more we go deeper and have these World Series, the more the money goes up, and we definitely gonna pay you.
This is a great conversation, but we do need to take our very first break, and we'll be back with more Rumor Mills.
Why should you bet with Caesars Sportsbook? 2 words, Caesars Rewards. Every bet brings you closer to the type of benefits only Caesars can offer. Hotel stays, VIP experiences, sports and concert tickets, and more. It's not just an app, it's an empire.
All right, Millie, hit me with the next one.
The next
Whoa, hit you with the next one.
The next big news that came out: the New Orleans Pelicans are willing to trade anyone on their roster except for Herb Jones, Yves Missy, and Trey Murphy.
Let's do it.
Hey, I've been saying it. They should have a fire sale. The way their season's been going, they're not climbing back.
That's why I was surprised that Herb Jones was untouchable.
Yeah, I thought honestly, like at
I thought
that
he was one of
point,
your more valuable assets.
yeah.
They
I don't
going
know
about
why,
this all wrong.
why you think that?
When they say trade everybody, I would trade everybody. Whereas, like honestly speaking, I don't look at Trey Murphy as untouchable.
I don't think so either.
There was a time where I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? But you know, Herb Jones,
What's he? So I think he was 23, and he just signed his extension,
is he 23?
something like that. Maybe
You
24.
talking about Trey or Herb?
Trey.
Trey.
So I understand him being. Now I don't think he's grand scheme super. Like again, untouchable is such 24 now. Untouchable is such a ridiculous word, but I think they're saying like, in order to get him, you got to give us something ridiculous, which I don't think you're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
So he's here. His
Okay.
contract is pretty good for what he could be as an NBA player.
What is that?
I'm trying to find it, but I remember when he signed it, I'm like, yep, that's gonna be one of
Part of
the
the
ones.
reason why, like, I was really high on him too, and it's not that I'm not. It's just their team isn't constructed the same way. It's because he fit next to Zion, so they're like he was
He could shoot it.
a perfect complementary piece for Zion in terms of he could shoot, play without the ball. He had size to him. He could literally just flat out score the ball. So it's like,
I'm
It's
not
25 a year, by the way.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing in that standpoint because I love Trey Murphy.
Mhm.
But I think when you are saying you want to go in an entirely different direction, which is what you're doing by saying you want to trade everybody except 3 players, you have to go in and try to get as much value as you can. Saying that you're willing to trade Zion right now, that don't do shit. Nobody's going. I don't even know why you said that. Nobody's trading for Zion right now.
I would trade for Zion right now, especially because he got the thing in his clause or his contract where you can waive him at the end of the season.
What you giving up?
If he's doing what he's doing, not a lot, I think you're taking a swing. You're swinging
So
for
at
the
that,
fences.
at that point, I
It's
might as well keep his ass.
buy low, sell high, or buy low
He has
high
a
reward.
clause in his contract where you can waive him.
At the end of the season without having to take on the extra money. He could be waived at the end of the season.
So if that's the case, I might as well keep him and waive his ass myself.
Possible. But also, you can get a first-round pick for him. Maybe not a
Can-
super
can I?
valuable one,
Oh, I'm finna say, can I?
but if you're just going to waive him anyway, I would rather trade him.
When you waive someone, you still have to pay him.
Not in his contract.
Oh,
He's
shit.
got
No,
these
he's gonna get paid
stipulations.
for this year.
This year.
He's gonna get paid
But
for
you
this
know,
year.
some of these, like Joel Embiid had a clause in his contract about games played and injuries. Zion Williamson does too. And part of that is they have the luxury of waiving him at the end of this season alone. You can't do this next year. So they have this window to figure out who the fuck is Zion on our team. Do we want to trade him? Do we want him on the team next season? Do we trust that we're rebuilding around him? Because as much as he said that report 2 weeks before that, they said they're rebuilding around him.
Yeah.
So we don't really know exactly. Maybe some things have changed in his medical where it's like, fuck, we don't want to rebuild around him. But I'm here for them to make a bunch of trades. And we had this conversation a few weeks back about them specifically and being a selling team. And I mentioned being young and fun is better in theory. One of the reasons I said that is because in order to be young and fun, you need some type of infrastructure, whether it be the front office, the coaching staff, and a lot of the times the super young and fun teams have a 1A type of guy. The other ones that may not have that same infrastructure or may not have one of the 1A guys, those are the teams that are fucking awful to watch.
Like the Jazz.
The Jazz. And I think they have a good coaching staff. And maybe they're early enough in their rebuild where they haven't identified their niche just yet.
That's my challenge for you.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuild the Jazz.
Can't.
Because I did. I didn't do them, but I was doing. I'm like, I'm looking at their team as I'm doing I don't see where it opens up.
I love Keontae George. I don't think there's a single prospect on this roster that I'm confident in saying that guy's going to be on our team when we're good again.
Yep.
I agree. I'm drafting for them.
They were down 25 last night. Cody Williams didn't see the floor. Now, he's been in and out of G League and stuff, but he was there yesterday. Couldn't see the floor on a game where they were losing to James Harden.
Yeah, I just don't like. They got Yegor Demon in my draft,
which is kind of perfect for Utah.
BYU to Utah. But I'm just like, I don't see when the gates open up for this team. I'm not me trying to shit on them. I just was like, where do they go?
I just feel like the first 2 years of their rebuild were for naught. And now it's starting. They're shitty. They're going to be a top 10 team, top 5 team in draft. And maybe this is where they get their 1A guy. And you hope that Keontae George actually turns to a point guard. You hope that this time between the G and the real thing for Cody Williams turns to a real NBA player. Maybe Bryce Sensabaugh, some of these other guys.
It don't help that Taylor Hendricks got hurt either.
Yes.
But yeah, what KB is saying is kind of how what I was saying about the Pelicans. I would love for them to make everybody available and go out and get what's going to be best to put the team together for the future. So I think everybody should be available.
Yeah.
Now, when you make everybody available, it don't mean you're going to trade everybody, but it just allows people to know that, hey, come on, Trey Murphy, you can get his ass too. Herb Jones, come on.
The price is just high.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make everyone available, but just say that their prices are a little higher than the other ones. Because like I said, when I looked at the fact that Trey Murphy, Yves Messi, and Herb Jones were untouchable, I was just like, what have they done to show that they are untouchable?
There's going to be another
Messi
team.
Is a rookie center who's really good.
Yves Messi, he's a rookie. So yeah.
So I guess that, but yeah, I mean, if my most valuable player can be Herb Jones because playoff teams want him on that low contract and what he can do defensively, I'm using that to my benefit.
Also, mind games. He's untouchable, y'all. You call me for him, just recognize it. Just recognize it. Make teams overpay. No, we not trading. We can't give up 2 first-round picks. Maybe we will give up Herb. You offer me 2?
Right, because a week ago he was available.
Yes. So it's all the game.
They're doing a lot of flip-flopping over them.
Yeah.
What was the last team like this where we didn't even get a chance to see them? Like, they've been hurt every damn year. But yeah, I guess. I
mean, granted, 2 different type of teams, but the Clippers, again, 2 different type of structure teams, but a team that we just didn't get to see. They just a shame because they young.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Pelicans didn't even have, like, we going to go for be contenders. Or we gonna, like, they were legit, like, we didn't even get to scratch the surface because they weren't even healthy. That's what sucks about them.
And this is why when I come on this show, or even when I'm doing my 2K series, I do things for certain teams or I think a certain way because you want to be ahead of the curve. So it's like, I love LaMelo, but if the Hornets don't make strides, I don't care how much you got them signed, you got to get ahead of the curve. Don't end up in this place where you steady talking about, oh, man. Because if y'all would have made Zion available a year or so ago, you probably got a ransom. Sometimes,
yeah, but that's hindsight, though.
Huh?
That's hindsight.
Yeah.
That's why he's saying
Zion is hindsight. Everybody else don't have to be
That's
hindsight.
why he's saying you got to get ahead of the curve.
You got to get ahead of the curve, so it ain't hindsight. You can say hindsight all you want, but other teams are in the moment now.
But
so
I agree with what Darrick is saying, though, because when last year, 2 years before that, Zion was an all-star player. They were a playoff team. So it would have been weird to be like, Zion's available.
Yeah.
Because there's no writing on the wall that Zion was going to keep getting injured. There's no writing on the wall that everybody was gonna get injured. So it's just I agree with Darrick. Yeah, you would have got a King's ransom for sure because Zion was disgusting. You think about that. The game against y'all
A year ago, how many injuries did Zion have before that? He had a bunch.
He had already had a bunch. Yeah.
So I don't see how this new injury makes anybody like, oh my gosh. This wasn't even like nothing where he went out and tore
I think
his
this
ACL.
injury is different because I don't know if y'all remember the offseason stuff about how fit he was, how he changed his diet. Basically, everything you wanted from Zion this offseason
The same shit that they were saying other years.
That's they say that shit every year at this point.
No. 2 years ago,
It's
Zion
been-
was not coming in shape with a trainer and a nutritionist.
It might not.
That was this season.
This year, I remember legitimately they said they had a new trainer or whatever. This is the fittest
He
he's
had
ever
a full
been.
nutritionist.
But it might not be to that extent. Most of the time, they're talking about he's
Yes.
coming in. He's coming in differently than he was last year.
Yes, they have.
I-
I'm not here to say that they said the exact same things, but I'm agreeing with Mike. I remember plenty of offseason where Zion has come in and, man, we're doing this, we're doing that. We fired the whole training staff. He ain't eating. That's why the Wendy's picture went viral when he was at the Wendy's getting a Frosty because they were saying that year that he was eating different and doing different things. It's not that it's the same exact thing, but they have something to say coming into every single season. That's all I'm saying. You just have to think about certain things. And again, you could call that hindsight. But there are now going to be teams who is not hindsight. You're in the moment, and you're going to have to get above the curve or ahead of the curve so you don't end up in the same spot. It's a hard job to have.
Who else other than the Hornets?
Oh, I'm referring to the Hornets.
Yeah, I'm
but
trying to
any
think of the
other team that's going to be in a similar situation, they would have to have the
They might
same
be
type
it.
of thought process. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. I could definitely take a look. I'm sure it ain't somewhere that's too far away.
Yeah, I'm thinking about top of my head. All the other teams that are bad are damn near bad by design. No max player. Like LaMelo's a max player on a bad team. 30-point per game score on a bad team. Super high usage player on the bad team. Even though yesterday he was playing with
Mark Williams?
No, what's the little guard that's now played 5 games for them with the cornrows? Isaiah Wong. Him and Isaiah Wong were playing together.
I like Isaiah Wong.
And
I like Isaiah Wong,
LaMelo
too.
was off ball setting screens and stuff. And like they talk on the broadcast, oh my God, they really be doing a thing over there with Eric Collins. Oh my God, did I just see LaMelo set a screen? Like, hell yeah.
So
you did.
this next team I'm gonna talk about is different. It's different, but just hear what I'm going. This dude does not have an issue. He's not always hurt or anything. But for the future of your team, what ways do the Kings go somewhere for the future of their team?
It's too late. De'Aaron Fox is a free agent this season.
Well, he's gonna sign an extension. I thought y'all was up here saying. You said something and y'all. went
Well,
back
he
and
has to make
forth.
All NBA in order to get the money that he wants.
There's no way they're gonna let him touch free agency.
Well, no, he declined.
He
signing-
turned down the
Yeah, he
extension to
turned
be a
down
free
the
agent
extension.
this offseason.
So he's gonna be a unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he
shit.
has-
But the idea is to re-sign for more money with them at the end of the year.
All right, to make All NBA
Yeah,
to
if
get
he
the
make-
biggest bag. Right.
So-
I see what you're saying. But hypothetically speaking, you're able to give him his money. Yeah,
If he doesn't make All NBA, do y'all think there's more of a chance that he does test the market?
for the Kings' sake, I pray not.
There's just no money out there.
Yeah, that too.
Him and Ace Bailey in Brooklyn. You know?
True. Yeah.
The sign and trade is never that far away either, brother.
That's true. I don't
Sign
be
and
thinking
trade
about
is
that.
That's a very good point.
never far that way. But again, I say it, King fans.
But your second best player in franchise history, man?
That's what I'm saying. It's tough. De'Aaron Fox is a great dude. His girl is sitting courtside. Family. I heard he's good in the community. I get it. But for the future of the team, if you're trying to build something, these are the conversations and the shit that has to come about before it becomes, man, that was hindsight. How many times are people going to look around and say, man, that was like, if your priority is winning. If it's not winning, and you cool just being Sacramento Kings, sign them back, win 40 games, and hope that you can get in the play-in or some strike gold.
I'm with you.
But
I'm
these
with
are the
you.
conversations. Because how many times do we look at teams and we realize, oh, man, damn, yeah, they just can't go nowhere. And it's like, again, but everybody, biggest thing isn't
So
to
then,
win.
what's their next step after trading De'Aaron Fox? Is it just going into like a slight rebuild?
Yeah.
I don't think you can go into a slight. If you trade De'Aaron Fox,
unfortunate.
there's no slight rebuild.
Yeah,
That
so
you have
then-
to do it.
So now you're trading Sabonis too.
Yeah.
So just,
If you can. Because I don't see many teams that need a Sabonis right now.
I mean, he's a one of the best centers in the league.
Give me 5 teams. Give me the top 5 teams that's interested in Sabonis that you can make a deal for.
They got De'Aaron Fox, the 4th best king in history, by the way,
I don't
according to some.
Not off the
Who's
top of my
over
head.
him?
Not nobody
Oscar
that really
Robertson?
needs a center, but I just think a lot of teams would be calling for Sabonis.
All right, that's not what I said. I'm just saying, like, when you look around the NBA, him being the type of center that he is, you can't just. It's not like a rim running big who you just put anywhere. So it's like he's gonna have a. You need to have a certain type of team to get Sabonis. So him going available, it ain't like all 30 teams are calling. A lot of teams already got centers, number one, and then he plays a certain type of brand. I don't know if every coach wants Sabonis as the back line of their defense. If he became available, do you want the Bulls to go get him as a Bulls fan?
But a team that just came to my mind now since we talked, like a team like Memphis, they might call the phone because they can hide that with Jaren Jackson.
I don't think they pick up.
I thought
Zach
the
Edey.
Warriors would love a person like Sabonis, but I don't think there's no way they get
Him and Draymond in the same locker room.
Well,
MMA.
you see-
After
he cracked his pelvis.
At the Draymond act like he had a cigarette on his chest.
I've seen crazy things happen.
I think the
seen crazy
theory of him is
things
cool,
happen.
but again, like he also makes how much money?
A lot.
It's a max.
So I like Sabonis. That's my dog, but I am also understanding he has a
He
unique
get his
game.
ass beat every game.
He has
man.
he does. He has a unique game that everybody isn't buying into. You may get somebody. I'm not saying nobody's gonna trade for him. Shit, the Pelicans need some type of center.
Y'all name the top 10 players in Kings history?
DeMarcus Cousins,
He's number 5.
Nate Archibald,
He's number 4.
De'Aaron Fox.
Is number 5.
Vlade
Isaiah
Divac.
Thomas.
Vladi is number 8, and you said who?
Isaiah
Asia.
Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas is not.
Peja Stojakovic.
Page is number 7.
Mike
Mitch
Bibby,
Richmond.
Mike Bibby is number 8, and Mitch Richmond is number 3.
Chris Webber.
C Webb is sitting at number. Hold on, bro. Let me just make, because I don't know if they tripping. C Webb is not on this list.
Oh.
I damn near, I'm mad I'm reading this now. If C Webb is not on this list. But they do mention his name in this excerpt here.
Lucas.
Hold on. Jerry Lucas is number 2.
We have a name number 1?
What the fuck? No, you said Big O.
It was Big O.
Okay.
Y'all missed the number 10. Y'all got everything but number 10. Oh, y'all got number 4 as well.
Who was that?
You haven't got number 4.
Have it.
Oh.
Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin's number 10.
Oh.
Just missing number
And
4.
Number 4.
This guy played for the Cincinnati Royals too, and the Kansas City Kings. So
Good luck.
you got to lock.
We
it
got
in.
Big O and Jerry Lucas. That's all I.
But y'all know this name, Tiny.
I thought I said Nate Archibald.
Oh, you did? Oh,
We
it's 10
did,
10.
yeah,
All right,
we
we
did,
good
we
then.
did.
That's 10 to 10. 10 to 10 players. I don't know. Where's C Webb though?
Yeah, on the outside.
I thought his best years was Sacramento, personally.
I'm surprised they don't have it because you said number 10 was on that list. No, my
Kevin
hands a
Martin.
little sweaty.
Kevin Martin's number 10.
But yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, and I know it sounds crazy. The Kings will have to go back into a rebuild, but I just don't see any other way that you could get better. You're too good to get lottery picks at this point. Well, never mind. No, you're not. You'll probably just have a late one. You don't have wiggle room financially, and the guys that you do have. I mean, the other way, you could just retool this team, and do you want to trade Keegan Murray? And what is his value?
Keegan.
Does he bring back anything that changes this team?
I just don't think a retool is enough for this.
Exactly. So then you have to just blow it up, unfortunately. But you would have to trade De'Aaron Fox while he's hot instead of waiting 3 years to now he's what? How old is De'Aaron Fox? 26,
Wait till
27?
De'Aaron Fox having his worst year.
Now he's 30. He's had an ankle injury for this one season bothering him that tanks his value, and they don't know. Like, I hate that shit. It's like we could have got way ahead of this curve, but we instead drawn this out, and now we are stuck here.
I just think for the Kings' sake, it might be hard for them to do that after so many years of being like really bad, to just take away what gave us relevancy and made us exciting again.
Yeah,
Yeah, because even this season where they are sitting at 1 game under 500, this shit is significantly better than the 16 years they went through before this era.
I
It would
agree.
just be hard for them to just go back to that 16.
I
era.
agree. But the fact that they ever had the drought is their problem anyway. Because I seen a makeup on a Kings team that was struggling that could have been like this team. There's no way we just talked about DeMarcus Cousins early in this episode and we don't think that they could have built a team that could have been around this. This team ain't no hot shit. This team is a game below 500. You couldn't have a team like this with DeMarcus?
Not with that front office.
Exactly. So it's like a lot of it, I don't feel sorry for them. Y'all did it to yourself. Papa Giannis,
I think it's more about the
Fredette,
fandom more
Thomas
than
Robinson,
Just
Ben
being like,
McLemore,
we
Nick
have some
Stauskas.
team that's able to win a decent,
Willie
at least some
Cauley-Stein.
damn games compared to what we was doing.
And that's
before.
why I said some teams not going to be in it for championships. They're
Yeah.
not going to care about having the best team. Hey, we're just going to be here. And if that's the case, then yeah, don't ignore everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If that's the case, just be.
But
ass.
again, to your point, though, I
Decent
think
ass.
you look around and it's
I think
like,
they the definition of mid.
a lot of teams that
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
get to that
Decent
point
ass.
were kind of ahead of the curve, and they made those, like, they had to go through those struggle times again to kind of get to where they are now. Like, nobody just wakes up the next year and now you just a championship team. Like, you got to kind of go back through that.
No, the Timberwolves did it, right? They went and got Jimmy Butler. That was the buying in to a certain era. Shortly after, they had to bite the bullet and say, damn, this ain't turned out how we thought. They had to trade his ass.
And they got nothing.
They had to trade his ass, right?
Dario and Robert Covington. Cut it
And then
out.
after that, you go into having to trade Wiggins. You know what I mean? They had to do it. But then they just had their best year last year.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, they had to trade Cat. So I hate to have to use them as the example after having to trade Cat. But they had to do it. The Thunder, think about when the Thunder traded Paul George, right? He just had an MVP type year. You trade him to a Western Conference team. And then shortly after that, it kind of made you have to trade Russ. But shit, the reality is, though as tough as that was, having to trade a staple of the franchise like Russ and Paul George, you got back something that has now altered the entire franchise.
I think them picks, if you in a sticky
And like,
situation,
again, I don't know what you're about to say. I don't want to make it seem like it's that easy for everybody to do.
No, I've been thinking about. That made me think about Russ versus Shea, and how long does Shea have to do what he's doing before he's above Russ and all-time Thunder? Because right now Russ is the best Thunder player of all time, like the number one over KD, over whoever, because of his longevity and his MVP and everything.
Well, once Shea get an MVP,
And if he gets a championship, that's probably
or whichever one he gets first,
right.
it'll make it a little even. But again, I just look at that situation. I realize take out financial, take out everything. That was a hard thing for Sam Presti to have to do after losing Kevin Durant. But he did it. He did it early. He didn't wait for Paul George to continue to have injuries. You know what I mean? He didn't run it into the ground. Russ still had value, but he got ahead of the curve and it allowed him to have this situation. So
He had a lot of value. He got back Chris Paul.
It is crazy that Paul George was supposed to be a Raptor, though.
yes.
What's that story?
Oh no,
him
was it a Cavalier?
No, him and Kawhi were going to the Raptors.
But Paul George is also supposed to be a Cav.
I think that was before.
I guess I got to tune
that was
into
before.
podcast.
This was
Q1.
before he got to OKC.
No, this is information.
Yeah, him
for
and LeBron
podcast.
was supposed to go. They were supposed to go. Paul George was supposed to go to the Cavs at one point.
And
Team
then he was
LeBron.
supposed to go to the Lakers.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
And
He
he's
just
just
Yeah.
following
supposed to.
LeBron.
then the Raptors with Kawhi.
yeah. I think he said he called Kawhi. I was like, "What we doing?" And like,
Oh, that's like this. I know I'm number two. Kawhi, make the decision on my life for the next 4 years, please. What are we doing?
Wife in the
I thought,
background. Like,
bro,
I would love to hear it.
I thought he
Shut
originally
up.
told that
I'm
story.
What would I do?
I thought he said Kawhi called him. He's like, "Yo, what you trying to do?" I thought it was the other way around.
Was it the other way around?
It
maybe
might have
it
been.
was.
It
Maybe
might have
it
been.
was.
I
I
thought
know
it
they
was-
had that phone call and they were supposed to be going
That's
to Toronto.
just so funny to think of. Literally, your wife is like, I would love to live over here. You're like, man, shut up. Try to see what I want to do first. Yeah, my bad. That's my wife talking about she love houses in New York. Fuck about it. What you want to do, bro?
Nah, because this is y'all talking about something that had happened recently or dropped recently on this podcast?
No,
Oh.
I'm not talking. That I'm saying is from his podcast.
Oh no,
He could have talked about it. But I haven't seen it.
the original story is like, yeah, Kawhi had called him or whatever, and he's like, "What you trying to do?" He's like, "What you mean?" He's like, "I'm trying to go to LA. You trying to come with me?" He's like, "What you mean? I just signed this extension. I just signed that." He said, "What you trying to do?" And he said after that he had called his like agent, whatever, and he's like, "Shit, we can make it work."
There
So
is
you're
a
saying
story.
Kawhi is the reason why the Clippers' future is ass?
But there is a story about
Well,
him
they
going
also
to the
wanted
Raptors too,
Kawhi.
'cause
Yeah.
Pascal was going to be in that trade.
Yeah, it was between the Raptors and the Clippers. That was the two teams that essentially was in
How many
running.
fake trades that almost went through do you think we miss out on as NBA fans?
The one that I always think of, not that it was a trade, but Tim Duncan being on that plane.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Magic
The
yeah.
one.
Magic.
Yeah,
That's the one. It wasn't a trade, but it was like, damn. The
Yeah, I wonder
entire basketball history has changed.
I wonder how many trades have been on the table, almost done, and just didn't go through.
Right?
That's the
Like,
best thing about playing.
That's why we need a NBA trade deadline hard knocks.
Mm.
That would be the time to do that shit.
No.
Pick a team that's supposed to be selling.
No.
Follow what's his name? David Griffin
No.
in February.
You can't, KB. You can't.
That's content.
Because how many of those trades didn't happen and they come back in your face like, boy, I love me some D. Millie. Grab him, got him. Not knowing 48 hours ago, he was on the table for anything.
True. Yeah.
Then you go back, because that's what they do. Hey, DeMar, we would never trade you.
Yeah. But you know the NFL teams signed up for it.
They do, but
The Giants was like, with the Saquon stuff, they looked at like assholes.
way
in that.
after. If he was on that team, that does not come out. If he is on that team, that does not come out.
You think so?
Wait, no, it probably does come out because
Yeah.
it don't look that bad in that instance. But that's different than a trade. Masai, I would have loved to have seen that. That's like when a dude get accused of cheating, when he is cheating, but he act like you're not.
So you just don't trust me, huh?
DeMar, how dare you come in my office saying that?
You know what?
I'm offended you even think I would even put you in a conversation for
You just
Kawhi.
gonna have to
Let him
believe
alone.
what you want to believe at this
Yeah,
point.
believe what you want to believe, DeMar.
Bro, that's gaslighting to the
You gonna
extreme.
believe what you want to
Believe
believe.
what you want to believe, man.
You know what? I'm gonna delete all my contacts, DeMar. I ain't talking to another GM then. Next 24 hours later, man, you know it's a business, right? You know I got a boss too, DeMar. I got somebody I got to answer to. The NBA and all these sports is super crazy. man.
My favorite thing is when players find out they got traded from Woj or Shams. It's like they get the
Well,
notification with
they
us.
just quoted. They be like, damn.
Damn, I guess I'm moving to LA now.
Ontario always talk about the Monte Ellis video. He's with the Warriors. He putting in his earrings, and they like, how you found out you got traded? He like, how y'all did. And he put in these big ass earrings though. Big ass.
I could
earrings.
picture his ass doing that.
Mad as hell.
I just couldn't imagine going about my day and I open up my phone or I get a notification.
Derrick, back to HOH. For Isaac.
Isaac Gutierrez.
You like,
Hell
what
no.
happened?
My key don't work to the door.
Jamal Adams, damn.
That would be
Damn.
crazy.
Imagine being traded as a podcaster.
Do you get removed? You got to get removed from like the team group chat once you get traded.
group
right?
chat, the picture, like our logo now, when we got our face, we just get Derrick out of there because he on the edge. It's
Yeah,
just us
yeah.
three.
Do you think players, do they just remove themselves or do you think someone
Remove
removes them?
yourself.
It's got to be respecting to just remove yourself.
I mean,
bro.
imagine kicking somebody from the group chat.
Yeah.
Because like you think Dame left the Portland group chat?
No. I think he was probably still in there.
He's still in motherfucker
He's
right
still in
now.
there?
Yeah, Anthony, I
He
saw
got
that
shit
quarter,
definitely
man.
muted up though. He ain't trying to hit none of that shit.
Because like who else was like like Russ probably left the Clippers.
What about
Sure.
Russ when he was with the Thunder?
It's hard. It's tough love over
You
there.
think Russ will still be?
Well, they traded a lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of their ass was gone. They
Yeah,
might still
so
have a
like,
group chat
yeah.
just with a different title. Thunder players.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we sure every team
Ex-Thunder
has a
players,
group
that's
chat?
crazy.
No.
I
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
though.
think so.
You think some teams use Slack?
That would be
Oh,
crazy.
man. I'll be.
I remember that they just did a thing with the Bucks where they asked who was the most active, and I was surprised. Giannis said definitely not me, and I was like, wow.
Who got the answer for
Dame and Bobby Portis were the most active, and I was like,
Bobby? Makes a lot of sense.
yeah. I was like, I'm surprised Dame is because he's a new player, but like Giannis isn't the most. Giannis seems like a talker. Like he seems like he would probably
But
be.
he seemed like yeah, you're right.
Seemed like a texter.
I don't know.
Who's the least active in our group chat? It's probably Pierre. He's also the talker of our group.
What group chat are you referring to?
The homeboys
The
group chat.
homeboys one.
Oh.
That's y'all friend group.
I
I mean,
So okay, what about the NOTB one? Forget about the rest. The
Right.
NOTB group chat. Who's the
I thought you were saying I was the least active in that one.
Mm-mm.
I didn't say
Who is the
hell
least
no.
active though?
Mike or Derrick?
I'd probably be. I'd say
No, it's
probably
Derrick.
me.
Derrick. for
Derrick
sure.
don't fucking respond to messages
Oh.
unless you tag him.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you have it on mute?
Hey,
No.
hey, on some real shit. Hey, time out. Going back to the homeboys. On some real shit, I don't think I'm the least
Oh, it's
active.
Caleb.
oh
Well,
yeah, it's
no,
by
no,
far.
Don't
I'm
count
not counting
Caleb.
it. Okay.
Don't count
Derrick
Caleb.
arguably is not as active as me in there.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you have moments where you might have had a conversation there that was more geared to him and he got going. But I think you have moments in there where I'm talking my ass. There's times where I'm putting a paragraph in there and nobody saying shit to me.
I was just talking in it the other day when I was like, P, I'm finna, and I was like, Terrence, I'm finna treat your ass.
And I hopped in there and got what Terrence said.
I was just watching Yo Mama, like the show, and I just kept putting all the jokes I was hearing.
Sometimes I feel like I talk too much in the homeboy, so I start falling back. When I start seeing my shit add up and nobody saying that, I'll be like, let me chill.
I think Terrence is probably the most active. Right?
Terrence is the most active. Him and Mason are the most active in the group chat.
Oh,
sure.
Mason carries the Twitter chat.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
He carries the Twitter one. But that homeboys one, I think I'm more active than Darrick.
I can see
I
that.
think I'm more active than your ass at times.
You think so?
Yeah, and that one with 30 people.
I'm definitely more of a reactor in that chat. I'll react to some
When
stuff.
I get my ha-ha, I know it's coming from you or Terrence. Or Mason. But yeah, I think Darrick is the least in all of them.
You just busy guy.
Yesterday, I give myself the excuse I was filming.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hard for me to reply then. But me and you had talked about doing a different thing on the episode. You had to tag them.
I had to tag him, yeah.
And y'all were just on the game, so he know y'all ain't doing shit.
Definitely wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, I forgot why I didn't respond, but like I just didn't.
So you see messages and don't respond?
Sometimes
Anytime I see a message, I'm responding to that
Sometimes
message.
I'll glance at it, but I was probably in the middle of doing something, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna get back to it in a second. And
You're setting yourself up to not get back to it.
Me
in a
too.
second.
Yeah.
I've done that definitely before.
Me and Kat have been texting about just certain things for my show or whatever, and I have been lagging on responses to her for whatever reason. But we had like a call, and I apologize because I'm like, yo, I'm usually a person who is trying to respond in the first 5 minutes. I have my phone anyway. So the fact that I'm late on these responses, I don't know what's going on, but she just texts me at times where it just get lost. My phone is just going and going and going and going and going. And I just be like, whatever. But then I see it, I be like, damn, how did I miss this? But I try to respond like that. I'm usually a
The
very
work
quick
stuff
responder.
is different too, though.
Huh?
Sometimes I do see because I got it with you don't see the full message on the home screen, you just see who texts. Sometimes I see like a work text and I don't look at it for the time being.
But that's different. So like the numbers on the board chat, when they're sending us TikToks, man, I'm not checking that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not looking at
You trust the editors at this point.
No offense to Quab and Devon, but that numbers on the board shit, I'm not checking.
For what it's worth, I watch every single one y'all saying, so.
That's why I don't watch.
Yeah.
Because I saw that y'all was watching. So I mean, y'all know what y'all doing. Well, all four of us ain't gotta watch.
Yeah.
So cool. And then after a while, it started to get the rhythm. When it first was doing it, some of them shits wasn't right. You gotta watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. But once you start to see, I see them on the timeline. They all good, baby. But like if somebody texting you about a set that they're about trying to design for you,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I need to be responding.
Let's talk
to
about that after the show because I haven't been in those calls at all. So
And then
interested.
also,
is it in here?
no, it's gonna be at my place. But and ain't no damn E. My shit is crowded. But
That's what I thought they would for sure. Oh, anyway.
But yeah, like I don't like, bro. So like, for instance, that homeboys group chat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm friends with everybody, but everybody in that thing I don't have a relationship with outside of certain things. So like Caleb, for example, I wouldn't call Caleb.
I understand that. Yeah, I can see that.
Right? So I hate when I get phone calls from people who know damn well that I don't, or a text, and you know damn well I don't know your number, bro. Like yesterday, I got a call and I don't know who it is.
What
but
up,
like,
big
why
bro?
call me? Why text me? I hate when people text me and they just say something. They don't say, "Hey, yo, it's Mike, bro." It's just like random message. It's like, bro, who the fuck?
I don't answer like unknown numbers.
Me either.
Yeah, that's
If it's that important, they'll leave me a
You wanna leave me a
voicemail.
voicemail?
Yeah.
Or they'll text
I have
me.
not answered a call that don't have a name on it in years.
I swear, I ain't gonna lie. D-Mills, you kind of spooked me out one time. Cause you know how I used to get all like, I still get them today where it'd be like fake phone calls or whatever, or like scammers. D-Mills is like, don't even answer the phone because it's like, if you just breathe or something, that just gives them the automatic. He's like, it gives them the automatic yes to
That's
get your
a
information.
myth, though, right?
I don't know.
How the fuck
but
would they get my information from
Bro,
saying hello?
But it's just, I don't
You know
know.
who
But
did
it's just
that?
like that stuff.
My
I'm just scared of it.
My
What happened?
dad does. That's some old people shit that they made up. My dad would answer. I see my dad. He was with me one time, and he answered the call and started saying nothing. He was like fake speaking Spanish, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know who that is." So to get them to say something, I just say anything. so that they don't get no yes from me or something.
Oh boy,
They're like, y'all just
that's
be
got
making
to
up
be
shit.
debunked. Yeah.
The UPS scam and text though, that's the one.
Bro,
Hey,
talk
be on the
about
trying to
lookout
get
for
the
that.
right
Yeah,
they be
that's
getting-
real.
Yeah.
Because
What-
it's
what-
holiday season, so
Where
they're
are they
like,
getting y'all? What,
no, they're
Oh,
not getting me, but I
oh.
could see like an older person.
Yeah. You never got that. It's like a fake UPS.
Your
text.
package couldn't be delivered.
Yeah,
Hit this
click
link.
this link.
delete junk.
I have an app that get rid of all of like weird text messages.
Okay,
so
yeah,
it's been
delete
Oh,
working.
for real?
Yes.
Oh.
It's like $5 a
I
year.
know every fucking thing that I'm buying, and it's
Yes,
email
facts.
certified.
Mhm.
I do not get. I get updates on my text from real packages too, but I don't rely on that. I'm so onto my packages and so ready. I'm such a thirst bucket that I don't need you to text. I get the text update anyway, but like I got them codes.
Hey, I'm
the
checking.
codes are going to be on my doorstep when I'm done with this podcast because I'm checking it.
I'm checking that shipping as soon as I order that package.
Literally.
I ain't gonna lie.
So I don't need no text. So that shit can delete it anyway. Even if it's a real link, I'm deleting it anyway. I don't need that. You too late. By the time they text me, I already know where it's at.
Where this come from the Pelicans, by the way? All of this is coming from the Pelicans trade
Kings.
rumors? Kings. Okay.
King.
Well, no, Pelicans
And
turn
then
into
it
the
turns to
Kings.
Kings to turn into packages.
Yeah, are we
You
still
got more?
doing the main thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
So let's get to that.
Wait, do we have any other super
It
good
was
ones?
the Lakers. They're not really pursuing the star.
We knew that.
Where's Anthony Simons going? I saw the top team was the Magic.
He's staying his ass in Portland.
I'm staying in Port. Okay.
He might be right now.
Let's talk about the top 10 teams when it comes to the future, man. Because the future is now. So we want to talk about the teams we think got the best chances of doing whatever. Top 10.
My number one team.
I was.
Let's start from the bottom.
Yeah, I was gonna start at 10.
Go ahead.
I got the Nets. Just because they do have valuable assets to trade, they did get a lot of picks back with the KD and Kyrie stuff. And they're in New York. So like they will always have
Somebody in the group chat said, "Damn." See, I don't even be saving numbers. I also suck at saving numbers. Is that Quab or
That's
Devon?
Quab.
Yeah.
Dang, he ain't got your number saved.
I don't have nobody number saved outside of like these three guys.
There is one number in here that
Oh,
I
I
don't have
got
saved, so.
Anthony and I got Anthony because Anthony had to call me a couple times, and when you have to call me, I'm not going to answer if it's not saved, so I have to
Right.
save it knowing he's going to call me. But Christian number is not saved.
I saved it once he made the enjoy chat, and I knew exactly what his number was.
My thinking is I got Austin number and I got y'all, so the one that is not saved is Christian.
I be thinking that way too.
There's one number here that I don't have saved. I don't know who it is.
I'm just not I don't know why. That's a thing with me. I don't save numbers. The homeboy shit. Do I have? I don't. Yeah, I got everybody's number saved. But
Keep bringing your number 10, Brooklyn Nets.
I just think they have a good future just based on the fact that they got all those picks from the KD and Kyrie trades, and then like they're also in New York, good market. I think especially with them having cap flexibility, if they keep having that mindset that we're gonna have money available for that big star, I think they're going in the right direction with that.
I like that pick. I didn't have him on my list
same.
because it makes me trust their front office too much. And maybe they hit. I hope they do. But I kind of looked at some more of the more concrete things, but I like the ideas what you're saying of them getting future picks for a Cam or this guy. So I ain't mad at it at all.
I thought about them, but they didn't make the 10 for that reason. Every team that I have, they have something that I can see that they did do versus, like you said, putting the entire trust in them executing on everything. My number 10 is the Blazers. They barely made it. I just had nobody to put here. But I do like Shaden. I do like Shaden Sharp.
Yeah.
I looked at their roster. I didn't realize that Denny is extremely young. He's still 24. Tamani Kamara. You have Klingon. Unfortunately, the scoop pick ain't looking like what it was thought to be. But it's not completely done. He's not a bust.
He's only 20.
Still has plenty of time, and you're going to have another pick. And you have a lot of your own. You hold your draft capital. You need your picks to convey 1 through 15. I'm sure you're going to do that for the next foreseeable future. So on that stance, I got them at 10.
Aren't they still in the sweepstakes for the Bulls pick too?
Bulls pick is top 10 protector.
Okay.
So play-in Bulls means that we give the pick up. So let's pray we don't make the play.
But yeah, like imagine if the Portland Trailblazers got Cooper Flagg in this draft. Changes everything for them. Imagine they got Dylan Harper. That would be tough for Scoot if they got the second pick and they get Dylan Harper.
That'd be crazy.
Their front court would be crazy with Flagg and Donovan Klingon.
Yeah.
That'd be a big ass.
What's
Denny,
the nickname of that?
Denny too. Denny is still your 3.
Yeah, Denny.
You got like 6'9" plus across the board.
Who was your team?
My 10, it might be relatively low. I got Toronto Raptors.
I
have them on my list.
I thought about trying to put them in there. I really did. But I ultimately get a nod to the Blazers. I'm not mad at that.
Just because Scotty Barnes I don't know if Scotty Barnes is going to be like a 1A on a really good team. I'm not sure of that. But I do love all the stuff he showed us so far. I like RJ Barrett as of right now. I'm still counting him as like part of the young core.
Yep.
And then this season, you're going to have
Dick.
like a top 7 pick
Yeah.
based
forget
on the way
Grady Dick,
things.
boy.
Grady's
Brady
looked
Dick,
okay.
Ochai Agbaji has looked good with them.
So I like the direction right now. It's really a
Ochai.
matter of
You
Ochai.
call his ass O'Shea.
what they do with their pick. Because they're already
Hey,
a
I see
relatively
a mock
expensive
draft
team.
where they got who did they get? They got Asa Newell. That out of Georgia. That would give them a center for the future. That would be a nice
Move on
pick.
from Jakob.
Mhm.
Nice pick. Because he's a little older, Jakob.
Yeah.
Who you got a Tia, Mikey?
I got the Pistons. I got because I was a big part of this when I was thinking about this is just like there's not many 4-lifers that you could just say are like concrete. So I was trying to go for players that at least that have like a lot of youth to them. And with Cade there, at least you have something super concrete. Whether it's Asar Thompson or Jalen Durr, whoever's there, I feel confident they're going to have a strong, real good too. And the more actually just NBA players they've been putting around Cade, the better they've been doing. So I feel pretty confident in them.
I like the way Asar played last night.
Oh,
Yes.
He looked like his brother. I don't know
Facts,
which
he
one's the
did.
older one, but he looked like his brother yesterday.
He had a mid-range jumper too that I was like, okay, look just like your damn brother.
Yeah, running
Yeah.
that break in the dunker a little
That'd
bit.
be amazing if we get 2 twin brothers that are both playing.
When was the
very
last time
high
we had
level.
twins that were good?
There's usually always one that's weak.
The Morris
Unfortunately.
twins. I feel like they
The Morris
all.
twins.
but-
the Morris twins.
They
That
both
was-
averaged like 15 at one
Yeah,
point.
the
in their
Morris
career.
twins.
But
was
it
the
was
best.
funny because like they like switched. Like Marcus started off high, he was the better twin, and then eventually later on throughout their career, Markeith then became the better twin.
I think it's flipped.
Flipped. It's literally flipped.
My bad. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. My bad. I did flip
Yeah.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're right.
But there was that period where they both was like really
Yeah.
solid. So yeah, they are the last twins that was like, okay. And they both played on the same team. Both played for the Suns at one point.
Yep. Another team that I have on here at number 9 is the Utah Jazz.
Holy shit.
Big jazz
'cause-
guy.
The Jazz ain't make my shit, man.
Just
I
so
didn't
much-
even consider them.
They so
did.
much going on. It's so far.
Well, I did it also because they have a surplus of picks,
Oh,
and they have Laurie
You're right,
Markkinen
yeah.
who they can also flip and get
Eventually.
more.
I don't
assets.
know,
So,
bro.
like, but I think a contending team might be interested in him.
He
at some
might be a
point.
casualty to the second apron as well, though. He's really good. But is he good enough to give $40 million with the second apron looking the way it is?
For a desperation team, yeah. I bet the Warriors wish they would have just gave up.
Oh, well, yeah. That's, yeah.
Now, at number 9, I had the Washington Wizards. They're kind of like they're a better version of the Jazz, in my opinion, where they don't necessarily have the surplus of picks, but they have some players that they have drafted that I do like. I like Bilal. Obviously, the way he started the season, if he can get back to being that version of himself, this is an even brighter future. I like Alex Sarr. I like Keyshawn George. I like Bub Carrington. I think Jordan Poole fits this timeline currently more than a Kyle Kuzma, and he plays there a lot better. I look at them as the same way I talked about the Trailblazers. Imagine if they were able to go out and get somebody this year like a Cooper Flagg or Dylan Harper. You know what I mean? They just need somebody that could be the lead guy. But I think they have a nice foundation of players who project to be really good complementary players. That if you ever get your guy, even if it ain't just this upcoming year, if they go out and get AJ 2 years from now, Dabonsa, and he is the face, a lot of these teams have the structure that if they are able to get the guy the next couple years, they're going to be really, really good. And I think they're setting themselves up in that way.
No notes. I got the Wizards at 9 as well.
I have the Pacers. They're one of those teams. I think Tyrese Halliburton, he's still going to be a really, like, probably top point guard in his conference in terms of just being, like, the level of play, regardless if he's an all-star or not. And I think they have some young pieces, too, that probably should still be there by the time. So I think I can count them in.
Number 8. This is where I had the Toronto Raptors. I just love what I've seen from RJ Grady. We just kind of really talked about him because KB had him. But y'all can go with y'all 8.
I got the Detroit Pistons. Kay Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, whatever we get from Jalen Duren, and the influx of wings. I think that's a nice future there for them. And I think they'll be a team that's better. Them playing better and not necessarily having a top 5 pick, I think will potentially help them. I think they'll be able to get solidified complementary pieces instead of always going for this upside picks. I think you're starting to settle down to where you don't need to try to go get a Ron Holland. And if he can man his upside. Nah, I think these next few years, they'll be okay with just drafting around 9 or 10 and getting somebody who is going to be a specialist of some sorts.
I hope so.
No notes. I had the Detroit Pistons at number 8.
I had the Hawks
The
at number
next
8.
team, if we have to say it, I'm going to
There's
shut
no
up and you going to give.
Okay, bet.
Number 7. This is why I had the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just think they have.
Number 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just think that I like the other team's futures a little bit more.
That's fair.
I think they have a good future, and I just think they also have guys that could be movable at the same time. So like, I think they have that wiggle room of doing both.
7, I have the Hornets.
Okay, we are not on the same page.
Okay. They have a bright future. You got Brandon Miller. As of right now, you got LaMelo. Regardless if you do what I am been talking about, trading them, or if you keep them, I don't think there's a wrong answer. You just got to be healthy. That's the other part for them, too. Because I like Mark Williams. He's been ramping up. The last game, he really played solidified minutes, and he had about 17 and 9, and it was really Mark Williams that we want to see on the floor. So that's and Trey Mann, whenever he gets back from his back issue.
Maybe a curveball. I got the Dallas Mavericks. How many times do you get the chance to have a top 2 player, top 3 player in the world?
Yep.
I think the Mavericks are going to have that for the next 5 seasons. The rest, you kind of have to trust the front office, but I don't think anything we talked about over these last couple teams, they're not going to match what Luka Doncic is as a player. So him by himself at the age of 26 years old is enough for me to have him on the team.
He's one of
on
them.
the list.
He's one of the players I wonder how he's gonna age.
But because he's so good, when Kyrie ages out, you're never going to be able to, like,
Do a both timelines.
you're going to have
thing.
to go into the free agency pool and continue to get guys. I hope that you can get him because he's never going to have your team complete ass unless he has an injury year.
Mm-hmm.
But you're never going to be,
They got Lively as well, so that's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Luka will age just fine. To your question, Mike, he's not a guy that relies on athleticism. He's very smart, crafty.
How long does
He'll
he want to
always
play
be
is
able
my
to-
question. He's already played a lot of
I
basketball.
don't know, man. Marvel Rivals might have him turning the fuck up soon.
Oh, he plays
He a
that?
big Hawkeye man.
I mean, he's an Overwatch guy, so I kind of
Okay.
just assume.
You think he should definitely fire up Twitch? Imagine you think
No.
You can't do it in season.
We gotta
No.
have it. So like, there was this one time, and there was a clip of it where somebody's like, who are you? He's like,
I play basketball.
He's like, I play basketball. He's like, for you, he's like, Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, is this Luka
they didn't even
Doncic?
realize it was Luka till after, right?
Yeah.
They asked him, "What do you do for in your free time?" He said, "I play basketball." And they said, "Oh, what do you mean, rec league?" No, Dallas Mavericks.
He's having a starting point guard.
And they asked him, like, "What's your birthday?"
That's why
and
he
all
can't
that.
stream.
You think he'll be too dry?
No, I think Luka. I know Luka probably says up crazy shit when he's raging. You ever seen Luka mad?
Yeah.
Luka be calling people way out of their name.
Sure.
Everybody's
Bro,
not meant to stream.
Reese said he be calling people the P word too much for
Yes,
him not to be able to fight.
I was just about to say that, but I'm like, I'm not finna use it on here. But that's the first word. You be calling people P-A-B, a pab. You blank ass blank. I'd be like, Luka crazy.
Hey,
He might can fight though. We don't know if he can fight or not.
yeah, true. Because he know the refs gonna break it up anyway.
No, I mean like he might be able to fight.
He could.
I think that's why a lot
You
of
can't
players.
say somebody can't fight until they fight. You think I can fight?
Nope.
That's probably the right answer.
Who
But
would
I
win in a
can't. I
fight
can't say
between
you can't because
can't
I
know
ain't
for
never
sure.
seen you fight.
Right.
And I think that's the number
Well,
one
probably
rule in fighting is
You
you
got
never want to
KB?
underestimate.
KB what?
I said, who would win a fight between y'all? He got
I
you.
think the weight difference is gonna have Mike win the fight.
You know, I'm in the heavyweight class. He in the featherweight.
Who wins in a fight, KB or Tyler?
Tyler.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know.
No,
Uh-oh.
Tyler's ripped now, man.
Yeah, don't-
He might
Yeah,
fuck me
that's
up.
kind of why I was.
Yeah.
Don't take your step back.
I think
He
Tyler.
he's a Marine.
I don't
He's
think-
literally a Marine.
I
Mason-
don't think KB want to wrestle with him.
Mason,
KB would
that's
have to
like-
be
Mason
very
or Mike?
elusive.
Mason
We
or Mike?
we have a shootout. That's what me and
Uh-oh.
Tyler got to
Mason. Oh, you're gonna lose that. Mason or Mike?
Mason.
What make you say that?
Look, he trying to
ain't-
set it
he
up.
ain't
I don't
picking
know.
you in nothing.
What
You or
make you
Mike?
say that?
Me.
You or Derrick?
Me.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be like, yeah.
Kyron or Derrick?
I've seen
That's a
Kyrie get
heavyweight.
down before. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a heavyweight battle.
Kyrie go head, but
That's a big ass head.
Yeah, it is.
Oh hell yeah!
He come with a built-in helmet, boy.
Me versus Kyron. Kyron got it. I ain't getting nowhere near the head.
I think I'm like number 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had the Spurs here.
Okay.
Regardless of who else is on the roster, I believe Vic is gonna be a monster himself to carry that team, especially defensively.
Number 6. This is where I had the Grizzlies. when you got Ja, Jaren, Desmond Bane, you got that big three. You already a top 2 seed in the West. They do everything the right way. The guys that I haven't even named, like Jake LaRavia, Sonny Aldama, Vince Williams, like they got such a surplus of talent there, and they still have all their picks, so they always draft well too.
6, I got the Cavaliers.
6, this is where I have the Spurs. For the same reason Mike just said, Wembanyama at one point is going to be a top 5 player in the world. And then Stephon Castle as a secondary thing, I think that's going to work out well, especially because they're giving him more playmaking responsibilities. One of the greatest duo nicknames ever in Area 51. I love everything about it. And then they still got some picks that we don't know how valuable they're going to be between the Atlanta pick, their own pick. I think they're a 500 team right now on the outside looking in. Who really knows what can happen? But Wemby being him as the number 1 guy that is 25 or younger is enough for him to be on this list for me.
Number 5 is where I had the Houston Rockets. I just think when you have Amen, Tari Eason, Şengün, and then they also at the top of the Western Conference too. It already the team that went through a rebuild, and now they flipped that switch, and now they're a competitive team. It's kind of hard not to put them in the top 5 for me.
At 5, I have the Memphis Grizzlies. Got the talent, and they know how to find talent and develop it.
My 5 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Their whole core is still really young.
Yeah.
And they're already one of the top teams in the league. So Evan Mobley is going to continue to progress. This team has the runway to be a contender for this entirety of the next 5 years that we're talking about.
I was thinking too, if say they find out like Darius Garland not going nowhere, Evan Mobley not going nowhere, but Donovan Mitchell wants even then, like they could still get something for Donovan Mitchell where I feel like they retool and they're still a really good team.
He's the oldest out of the bunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they can also one day be like, we want to run Evan Mobley at 4 or 5 and then move on from Jared Allen. Like they have so many avenues that they can go here.
I agree.
Number 5, right? Or number 4?
Number 4.
This is where I had Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic.
So I got the
Bronze.
Magic as well.
And I just can't wait for them to get healthy again. Seeing them fully healthy, they were a really good team. So hopefully they can get back to that very soon. Or at least get Paolo back. I know Franz is going to be a minute.
Did you say you had the same thing as him? My 4 is the Houston Rockets. I love all of their young players. I think the reason why they're 4 and not top 3 for me is because they still don't have the 1A guy. I love Alperen Şengün, but you can see kind of his limitations in the game versus the OKC Thunder. They got complimentary piece out of the ass between Tari and Amen. Who knows what their ceiling's going to be like. They got everything. Even Reece Shepard, who doesn't play much right now, I think he's going to be a real NBA player for them eventually. But the other teams above them, they have a guy that like, yes, the playoffs are starting today. He's the guy we're running things through, and we trust him to have a competent offense and a competent system.
No.
My number, we're number 4?
4.
My number 4 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. We talked about them a little bit already, but still super young. They're going to be really talented for a long time.
Number 3, I had the Spurs just because they had Big Vic.
Big Vic.
He has
Big
potential.
Vic.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a top 5 player in the league at one point.
Mm-hmm.
At number 3, I got the Houston Rockets. Just got too much talent, man. They got way too much talent. So much talent that I hear the argument of them not having a guy. I don't think it's going to take shit to go get a guy whenever they feel they're ready to. They just too damn good, too damn talented, too damn deep. They got future picks. They just are set up in a way that is just great. The contracts of like a Dylan Brooks that whenever they want to make the move. Hell, Fred will be off the book soon with a team option. They just doing
more
everything.
team options in basketball, please.
They doing everything the right way, man. So I got the Rockets.
My 3 is the Memphis Grizzlies. They got Ja Morant. They got Desmond Bane, who's already won a DPOY. Jared Jackson Jr. has already won a DPOY. And Desmond Bane, though he's not shooting it normally this season so far, we know who he is as an offensive player as well. Not to mention, like, their whole team is basically 26 or younger right now. How many of them are long-term projects or whatever? I don't know. But they're already one of the deepest teams in basketball. Gigi Jackson hasn't played a second. Vince Williams Jr. haven't played a second. And how important are they to their future? We don't know. But there is a world where those dudes are extremely important.
Yeah.
I have the Grizzlies as my number 3. I could just move on to number 2 as well. I have Boston as my number 2.
Boston was number 2 for me.
Still, in 5 years, they're still going to probably damn near be at the top of their game and best at their game. And as long as they got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I figure the Boston Celtics is the organization they are. They're going to try to put the best talent around them. So I got to count them.
I didn't put them on my list just because they're older. I see it from that perspective, but I'm just thinking about the Drews, They're quite.
Their current team probably has another year after this one of their construction before they become too expensive.
Yeah.
But as long as they got the Jays, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
That's
literally why I put them at 2 as well, because I was like, they're gonna for sure have Tatum and Brown. Everything else, they will figure it out. And they
Not
still
thinking
gonna be
about
a
it.
top
Don't
team.
forget Peyton Pritchard.
I don't even know
starting
if I
point guard
could
of the
really
future.
say Brown is a lot.
That was
a good point.
my next thing.
Because I would say I think
if
if there's an avenue where the Boston Celtics aren't just like legit contenders, he might think like I'd rather just go somewhere else.
I agree.
See what this 1A shit about.
Mm-hmm.
And he also just doesn't like Boston.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So it's like if we're not winning, why am I here? And why am I number 2 in Boston if we're not going to compete for a championship?
That is crazy. If you do,
I'm just going off of what
no,
he
yeah,
says,
no,
you know?
yeah, I know.
My number 2 is the San Antonio Spurs. When you have Victor Wembanyama, when you have Jeremy Sohan, you have Devin Vassell, you have Stephon Castle, and you have the future assets that you have, I just know there's no way I cannot have them this high. I really love the Stephon Castle pick, and I love how they've gone about their rebuild. They added the vets. They're not rushing it. And again, I keep saying there's going to be a time where Vic is going to say, I have arrived. And they're going to have everything they need to go and make whatever move they feel is necessary, and they're going to do it. And the fact that they're not rushing it makes me super, super confident that they are going to do everything the right way. So
They're one of the teams that can afford to trade for a max contract right now because Wembanyama being on his rookie deal, he doesn't have to get paid for 2 years down the line at the earliest.
yeah.
So I'm saying all of that to say, Keldon Johnson, Zach Collins, welcome to Chicago, Zach LaVine, and Wemby. Come on, man. That's there it is.
Most teams would do shit like that, but that's why I have the confidence in them. Because they're not, even though they can, they're not going to. Because
What's the
it's like,
downside? They ain't got to worry about contracts or nothing. It's just like the perfect fit.
Number 1.
My number 2, I haven't got my number 2. Orlando Magic are my number 2.
Okay. Number 1 is OKC.
Are you sure?
Number 1 is OKC.
Are you sure?
OKC.
You got
Okay.
30 plus picks to come in the next few years. And you just have, you're already so talented. You got J-Dub, Chet, Case and Wallace. You have Shea. Like,
Yeah, that's
And, and these dudes ain't old, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Aaron Wiggins is young. Like, they and then you still have Nikola Topic on the back end.
Forgot he existed
So,
until
like,
you just said his name.
God
Nikola Topic is a guy we haven't even seen in this system.
God forbid you ever need something, you can go get it.
Yeah. When you have all those picks,
If you ever-
there's nothing not available.
If you look and you say, we need this, you can go get Isaiah Hardenstein and Alex Caruso. They'll be able to do that for the next however long. Must be nice.
for real. He be struggling over here.
Fair.
And they got Hardenstein on such a friendly deal. I mean, not an expensive deal, but it's also not long.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I
Team
think that's
option?
really good.
Team option.
Is a team option on his?
Hey.
I think so.
If it's a team option,
Then
man,
they out.
I might get a Sam Presti tattoo, man.
That's
It has to be. Hey, man, I'm giving you this much money. We're going to do it a team option.
Let's see. It is a team option on it last year.
how much money is on that?
28 M's. That's descending. 30 this year, 28.5, 28.5.
Yeah.
Damn, they just doing it. They just getting it right
It's
over
just
there.
the perfect front office, man.
That's what you do when you overpay. I'm going to give you this much money to overpay you, but on my terms of having a team option. So come on, man, rock with me.
Yeah.
You don't pay nobody that much money and then tell them it's
Oh.
on your terms. Hell no.
Tell it to the other 29 GMs because that's exactly what they be doing.
That's why they need to hire Pee Wee the plug.
Or just like find another Sam Presti somehow. I don't even know Sam Presti's story. Is he a video room? Like, is he get it from the ground up? Video room guy that turned into this, that turned into this? I have no idea what his story is. But I'm interested.
Spo turning into that? Or Spo
A front
full-time
office guy?
coach?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. A lot of those good coaches, like Brad Stevens said, fuck this coach and stuff. I'm going to go make decisions. Pat Riley was a coach, and then he turned into – that seemed like the Miami Heat way.
Yeah, once Pat Riley want to be done.
Who did they say? And JJ Redick didn't have no really like coaching experience before that. Before they was like they remind him or they could see Pat Riley. Was it Pat Riley or was it
Yeah,
Phil
they say
Jackson?
he's their next Pat Riley, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see.
Next
They did
Pat
say
Riley.
that.
Or are they in that he could potentially take Rob Pelinka's job.
He got to do something in his current job before he get an upgrade.
Yeah, they definitely are comparing him to Pat Riley when Pat Riley coached the Lakers. And not Pat Riley, the executive.
Dylan Harper's amazing at basketball, huh?
You like Dylan Harper?
I really like Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
I really like Dylan Harper.
And in my series, I had to trade LaMelo because they got the second pick.
Damn.
So it's like we're getting Dylan Harper. All signs show to trade LaMelo.
BR just put together a new mock draft, and I'm actually surprised to see who they got at number 4. Can you guess?
Where does the mock draft start?
What do you mean?
Is that the whole first round?
This is actually all 60.
So how about you start from the lottery? Go 14 up.
Okay, I got you. Number 14 pick.
We'll guess the top 5.
Okay. 14 pick in the draft. The Atlanta Hawks via the Lakers take Liam McNeely.
Out of UConn, okay.
6'7" small forward out of UConn. His pro comp mic is Keegan, according to Bleacher Report specifically.
That's low, but okay.
Number 13 overall pick, the OKC Thunder via the LA Clippers, Asa Newell.
From
Power
Georgia.
forward center
I
from
just took
Georgia.
him for the Thunder in my thing.
Pro
so,
comp, Jalen Smith.
Okay.
Number 12 overall pick for the Sacramento Kings, point guard, Jeremiah Fears. Out of Oklahoma.
That is dope.
Pro comp, Jaden Ivey.
Damn, I don't know about that.
Has he not? Wait, I'm confused. Has he played for Oklahoma yet?
Yeah.
The picture they got him in is a high school jersey. That's why I'm asking. He's playing in a high
Yeah,
school
he's
jersey.
been Showtime. That's the
Okay.
guy that's from Joliet.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah.
I never seen his face before.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking kid.
He like a shorty for real.
Still looks away in Oklahoma.
11th overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs. They did this on purpose. The Frenchman, Nolan Traore. Pro comp, Lonzito Ball. Just add all the French guys to the
Lonzo.
Spurs. Yeah,
Got myself who?
Number 10. The Chicago Bulls keep the pick, Darrick. We got it.
Common Malach from Duke.
Another Duke guy.
No, Khan Knuble.
Khan Kanubu, number 10.
Oh hell.
Pro
no.
comp Sadiq Bey.
Hell no. Hell no to that comp too.
Shout out Sadiq Beto,
I guess.
What team you play for?
They will soon.
the Wizards.
Yeah.
Hey, you locked in.
What college you went to?
I don't know.
Okay. What college you went to?
I noticed.
He
Dar-
went to
I remember watching him in Attorney.
I can't think about it. I can't think of it right now.
It's a blue team.
Oh, it is?
I see him in the jersey. I can't read
Kansas?
the jersey, Darrick.
At this point, he might as well come to my team.
He's a Nova boy.
Villanova.
There we go.
Oh,
Number 9 overall pick, the Brooklyn Nets take Ben Saraf.
Oh, I like Ben Seraph. I like Ben Seraph.
His pro
Big
comp,
guard.
Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, he's a
Is he
that's-
left-handed?
He's left-handed.
Yeah,
Okay. That's my pro comp too. Shit. Where we got 9th? I lost my place.
No, I
Ninth-
think that was nice.
Oh, no, it was 9th. 8th overall pick, the Detroit Pistons get Common Malach. Big
Damn,
fella,
they say Jalen
7'2".
Duran.
Get out the way.
Watch out.
Pro comp is Alex Sarr. You gonna get comp to somebody his
Hell
age?
no. How is this comp Alex Sarr?
Right, it killed me when they do that, bro.
He's 7'2".
He's 7'2". Does he shoot at all? No,
Yeah,
right?
he shoot
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit. But he got a little post shit.
Okay.
More of an offensive game from the block than Alex Sarr. How the hell? Alex Sarr thin and rangy? The fuck?
Number 7 overall pick, Portland Trailblazers take Jaeger Demon from BYU.
Another damn guard.
Pro comp,
They said, Scoop, get out of here.
Jalen Rose. Pro comp.
I'm not. Okay.
6th overall pick, the Philadelphia 76ers, which is crazy to read that because the 76ers are supposed to be good.
Wait. Okay. 5th pick, right?
6th pick.
6th pick. What would they need? Who would they have? Who would be available? Is this VJ Edgecombe?
It is not VJ.
Oh, I don't know who.
It is Trey Johnson.
Oh, out of
Pro
Texas.
comp Cam Thomas.
So they went and got a bucket.
Right. They
I
already
rock with
got
that.
2 small buckets. Well, he's 6'6" though. So
Yeah,
I
he's
guess it's not a
6'6".
small bucket. All right, top 5 pick. The Charlotte Hornets select who y'all think?
At 5, they get VJ Edgecombe.
They do get VJ. A pro comp is Wiggins and Iman Shumpert.
I like the Shumpert comp.
Damn, if he's Shumpert at 5.
No. It's not who his career is gonna be like. It's who he play like.
4th overall pick, the Toronto Raptors select
4,
4.
Ace Bailey.
No. This
Now
is
you
a
know,
surprise.
Now you know you got to carry Ray Hood P.
Derrick knows this guy, at least. Derrick at least knows this guy. because we talked about watching this game. We didn't watch it together,
Oh,
but we both watched it because
that's a
it
dude
was.
from Illinois.
It is the dude from
Oh,
Illinois.
I forgot his name.
Kasparis.
Kasparis
Yeah.
Jack something out of Illinois. Pro comp Chauncey Billups
Oh, yeah.
to the Toronto Raptors.
He got game, man.
So Emmanuel quickly out the door.
Third overall pick, Utah Jazz select.
Oh, don't do ace like that.
He's going to Utah.
No.
Pro comp Brandon Miller, Michael Porter Jr. Second overall pick
What team?
is the Pelicans.
They get Dylan Harper.
They get Dylan Harper.
in the
That's
first
a
pick.
nice little pick.
It is.
Purple flag.
Pro comp bigger Jaylen Brunson.
Uh-huh.
Got to keep a left-hander to a left-hander, though. You got to keep it. And the first overall pick goes to the Washington Wizards. It is Cooper Flag. He is AK-47 and Jalen Johnson.
That would for sure mean Kuzma would probably get traded this offseason.
His ass need to be gone. Damn, they got the note. Sam Presti worked as an undisclosed basketball camp where he was discovered by Spurs GM R.C. Buford.
Hey, look, the Spurs not a fan.
They got it, right?
The Spurs not a fan talent, bro. What?
Presti was delivering a sales pitch to Buford as Buford was a referee at this camp, and is rumored Presti ran up and down the court with the sale pitch. He became the Spurs video coordinator in 2000, so he was a video guy for Popovich.
I knew he
became
came
an
from the Spurs, but I didn't know he ran.
By 2002, he was a assistant director. By 2003, he was director of player personnel. By 2005, he was a vice president and assistant general manager. And one of his biggest highlights was finding Tony Parker and making sure that he was developed. And then in 2007, he became the GM for the Supersonics and now the Thunder.
I never knew
Thank
he
you,
had.
thank you, Omaha team, Devon.
I knew he came from the Spurs, but I didn't know he.
What
They
a
say he
stupid
ran
though.
to and pitched himself.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Never heard that story.
Wow.
That's
Everybody comes from the Spurs.
He ran up and down the court with the sale
Budenholzer,
pitch.
Taylor Jenkins.
That sound like a fucking movie though.
What?
Yeah.
I need to picture this dude and he's
That's why I'm
late
surprised
and
we
you
never
running
heard
behind.
that
Yeah, I
before.
feel like I would know that, but now I do. So he's refereeing and you're running and watching while
Y'all know
he's
Taylor
reffing and talking
Jenkins
to him.
didn't play high level basketball.
No.
Good. That means we got a chance.
We got a chance. He's one of the few coaches who played high school basketball. That was it. But he interned for the Spurs
Mhm.
And moved his way up.
So you're
And-
saying basically find a way to work for the Spurs.
Yep. And Budenholzer took him under his wing. And that's when Budenholzer got the job at Atlanta. He took Taylor Jenkins with him. When he went to the Bucks, he took him for that first
That's
year.
what if I'm a
He ended up
GM
getting a Grizzlies job.
and I'm looking at your resume, I'm looking to see if you got some experience with the Spurs over there.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying about teams to do for other teams now. Like if I'm the Grizzlies, if I'm somebody and I see the Grizzlies have this thing of knowing how to get talent and develop, who is the head over there?
Yeah.
We're the Jazz. They got a good coach, but who comes from the Spurs? Will Hardy. But if I'm one of these teams that's struggling with developing, I need to go and look at who does what we are weak at. And hypothetically, the Wizards. I need to go get somebody from the Grizzlies. They know how to identify talent and develop it. We have talent that we ain't developing. I need to go. So a lot of teams, hey, copycat league, copycat
Here's
that
the
type shit.
Gregg Popovich tree. Obviously, we talked about Sam
This is gonna
Presti
be
and
I
Taylor
was gonna say,
Jenkins.
you could
the
do
whole
a
new
podcast with this.
episode. Yeah.
You got Coach Mike Brown,
Yep.
Coach Bud.
Yep.
You have Sean Marks. You have David Aldridge.
Right. 'Cause
I
Sean
said
Marks
David
played
Aldridge.
for Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Alvin Gentry, Steve Kerr, Ime Udoka, Doc Rivers. I feel like there's more that they didn't have on this list. This is a
Sam
huge tree.
Presti, Becky Hammond.
This is a huge tree. Golly.
Bro, I'm looking at you.
Brett
just
Brown.
scroll. Yeah, Brett Brown.
Mike Budenholzer, Avery Johnson, Jacques Vaughn.
Taylor Jenkins.
Dude, what the hell? You see what I'm kind of looking at here?
Did Nick Nurse come from the Spurs organization too?
Let's
No,
see.
I don't think so, right?
Jim Boylan,
Jim
yeah,
Boylan.
Vinny Del Negro,
Yes, Vinny Del Negro.
Mike Miller, Kenny Atkinson, Quinn Snyder,
Quinn Snyder.
Igor
Coco Shaw.
Coco
He comes
Shaw.
from the Spurs?
I guess so.
Wow.
Right, it feels like everybody been there at least once.
Steve Clifford,
Yes.
Tyrone Corbin,
Yes.
Mike Malone, Monty Williams.
Yes.
This is Luke Walton,
What-
James
hell,
Borrego.
Hell no. No. That's why I draw the line. We're not giving this. How the fuck the Spurs get Luke Walton?
because they got Steve Kerr, and he coached under Steve Kerr. This is
I-
a full tree.
I give the credit to Phil Jackson for Luke Walton.
Lloyd Pierce, Paul Westphal, Earl Watson, Jay Triano, Sam
Jay
Mitchell,
Triano, Larry
Ryan
Nader.
Saunders, Scott Brooks,
Bro,
PJ
they're
Carlissimo.
They're giving
That shit
him-
is actually insane.
No,
how many
they
people?
doing too much.
No,
They're giving
it's here the main thing. So he got Steve Kerr, but since Steve Kerr had
Flip,
these dudes,
Ryan Saunders literally got a daddy, and they said nope.
yeah, Flip is
Come
not here
from
at all.
Pop
No, he's a Pop
That's
disciple. Sorry.
over his damn dad. That's crazy.
Hey, Pop had that statement that came out yesterday saying that he's doing good. He's going through rehab, and he can't wait to become a coach again, which I'm excited for. That made me feel great
Man,
to
shout
see.
out Pop, man.
Yeah. Good quote, funny quote at the end of it. He said that the people that's
He's
going
coachable.
through rehabilitation is recognizing how uncoachable he is. Which I thought that was funny. So get well soon, Mr. Popovich. The game ain't the same without you.
And for real, no,
Even though I
man.
like the new guy, I keep forgetting
Yeah, I
his
like
name.
Mitch Johnson.
There we go. I really like. I've watched a few interviews of him too at this point.
How old is he?
He's
you know,
super
he-
young. He's
Yeah,
super
he
young.
he looks young as hell.
He's young, but he's been over there forever.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to
He's going to
get a job,
get a job.
but now he is. But I thought he was going to get one when Will Hardy got one.
He's 38.
Damn, he's older than I thought.
Yeah.
What they say though,
Y'all think Devin Vassell ever get back in the
Black
starting
don't
lineup?
black don't crack.
They put Devin back in the starting lineup.
He's gonna get it back eventually,
Yeah.
right? He has to. And if he doesn't, then golly.
I just feel like Champagne just been hooping,
He
so they just
provides
like
what they
let's
want.
just
I
keep
thought
him
when
in there.
Devin Vassell came back that Champagne was gonna go back to coming off the bench, but they said we're gonna ride with the hot hand. And honestly, I it's hard to question anything the Spurs do. Like, I can't argue with it. When they put Keldon Johnson as on the bench, I was like, whoa. Then shit,
That's the right call.
he does just fine on the bench. So they know more than I do.
Yes. All right, let's get to Unplugged. At the top of the show, I want to remind y'all that the book club is officially starting. The first book that we have is The Ancient Generation by Jonathan Haidt. We actually got some cool things going on, though, because we want y'all to be incorporated as much as possible, right? So, of course, as you know, we have the Enjoy Basketball newsletter, and we wanted to keep it as public as possible. We recognize that a $30 book is not attainable for everybody, but people do want to participate. So if you go to the Enjoy Basketball newsletter Wednesday, we're going to be giving away 10 copies to y'all. You just got to go to Enjoy Basketball newsletter, fill it out, and we're going to pick 10 people so you could be incorporated in the NLTB/Enjoy Basketball book club. So please do that. I'm so excited for this one, by the way. I've heard nothing but great things about this book. And I think it impacts all of us. I mean, how the great rewiring of childhood and causing an epidemic of mental illness. My anxiety has been crazy high since the pandemic. So
The pandemic, I didn't know what anxiety was
yeah,
for myself until pandemic. That's when I had my first panic attack.
Yeah.
It's post-pandemic. So
it's so crazy to see other people do it. I've saw you have an anxiety attack in Vegas.
yes.
And I go through a lot of anxiety attacks.
Was I there?
No, you
It was
weren't.
us two, right?
It was just us three. I don't know where you. Maybe you
Oh.
came in later than
I
us?
wasn't like
Yeah, he
I'm
wasn't
having
like
a panic
dying.
attack, but you could if you have one,
Oh.
you'll be able to know.
Yeah.
No,
I thought I couldn't
just-
breathe. I'm
yeah.
like, I need some water.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if I was there, and
No, I
I
think it
just
was just
dead
us
ass didn't
three in the
notice he
Uber.
was doing
I
it.
don't know where you were though.
Oh,
Either way, it was just us three. And yeah, it started to happen. He was like, he can't breathe. And I'm like, as somebody that experienced a million of these, I'm like, get him some water, yada, yada, yada. And then eventually, by the time we got to the hotel, you were fine, right?
Yeah.
But I think that story probably stays the same for a lot of people. I think a lot of people have gone through mental health crises over the last couple of years. And I'm not saying this book is going to cure it all, trust.
Make some
But
sense
it
of
might help you make some sense of it. And honestly, one thing that I recognize is like understanding it helps it a little bit.
It does.
Yeah, that panic attack for me that I had while y'all was there, it was one of the better ones because I was quickly able to overcome it because I had ones before, and I noticed a pattern. It happens to me a lot when I don't hit rest.
Yes.
And a lot of times when we have the flights, I think me and you've talked about it. I think it relates to all of us too, though. We're so anxious to get to the flight, to get this shit going, and to land and to hurry up. The night before, it'd be tough for me to sleep. So I think I had a restless night. Then when you go from here to Vegas, the altitude and everything is already different.
The weather
And
shift,
and
everything.
it just
Time
hit
change,
me
all
all
that.
at once. But I was able to quickly overcome it because I recognized it was happening. I got my water. I settled myself down. It's always a little tough though with some certain panic attacks because it can mess with you because you don't know if it's gonna happen again.
Yes.
So I remember last year we went to Vegas and I was so anxious about landing because I'm like, bro, am I gonna have another one of those?
Hey.
And if so,
Yeah.
I want to be around y'all.
Yes.
Because you was able to give me
That
the,
is That's called meta anxiety. It's a thing called metacognition that we learned about in psychology, but it also happens in anxiety as well, where your stem of your anxiety is because you're fearing that you're going to have anxiety.
Right.
And I had the same thing. I don't know if y'all remember when we were in Vegas 3 years ago. We were on our way.
Your stomach was hurt. We were going to the casino.
That was a full-on anxiety attack. I was vomiting. I was doing everything. And then the year after that, we went to the casino, and on that ride over, I had anxiety thinking that the same thing that happened the year before was going to happen again. And now that ride feels fine. I had to like power through that. But that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Also, we just got one more thing about the book club. It says the book is also on sale for $15 right now for the people who don't win the giveaway in Friday's newsletter. I said Wednesday. Sorry, it's Friday's newsletter. And we'll be giving out Amazon affiliate links to purchase for that $15. So
Somebody sent me a picture on Twitter, and it was 40% off at Target.
there you go.
Okay.
You can find it. Also, it is on Spotify too for the people that have Spotify Premium. If you want to listen, you can be a part without actually having the physical book. I'm sure it's on the Nooks and the iPads if you want to get a digital copy. But we all in, man. I'm excited about this chapter.
But what
of the
I did
show.
see about there's a lot of grass in that book.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know on Spotify if you'll be able to actually see the grass in there.
They'll probably talk to him.
Yeah, they'll probably just have to
I seen y'all
to
talking
them.
about that that app you have that basically just kind of like closes. It limits your
Screens
social
in.
media access. And I almost got that shit yesterday. I was in my phone yesterday and I was just scrolling Twitter. I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
Right? That's the realization.
And I
had.
literally like, it was getting close to bedtime too. So I just picked up one of my books. I'm like, I just rather spend this time reading or something.
I had one of those moments we talked about too.
Yeah.
I was reading the book, The Four Agreements, and yesterday I was like, let me read a chapter. I read the whole book.
Yeah.
I was like, we was just talking about it. That it felt so good. I got a lot of shit out of it that I was able to apply to life. And a lot of times you read those type of books, you try to apply it to life progressively. You hope that at some point this shit can apply. But that was one of the first times where, like, literally later that day, 9 hours later, I'm thinking about I made a video talking about it because obviously I have this congestion shit going on. I'm trying to make this video for my Bull series, and I just cannot make the video. Like, Penny threw up. Didn't know what the hell that was about. That paused me. I got some food. Dana went to go pick up my Potbelly order. Half of the order is missing.
Potbelly sound great.
So many things are just stopping me. And I'm like, bro, can I fucking record this video? And then I record it. I go into editing. All these hours I was recording,
Don't say it.
the mic wasn't.
That's the biggest fear as a
because
YouTuber,
I
bro.
updated my PC.
Yeah.
And when I updated my
To
PC,
change your output.
changed my output.
That's the
Wow.
biggest fear.
And so I'm
man.
like, I'm about to lose my streak. But I'm like, you know what? I came too hard. I came too far.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
came too far on my goal. I'm not going to not upload. I'm getting my streak. And I made a video like this previously because I had another day like this where shit was just going so wild. And I just made like a sit-down video letting them know what was going on. But like I was telling them, it's important to me, kind of like the 4 agreements. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. And I'm like, I said my word is I'm doing this damn challenge. I'm uploading every day for me. I'm not making $1 million from this. It ain't nothing I'm gaining. But for me to show I'm doing this shit that I said. And I was just like, man, that shit was so good to have to fall back on.
That's how I was feeling, honestly. I was looking at my November numbers and I was like, I just wasn't streaming as much as I felt like I should be. And so I was like, this whole December, I'm streaming every day. Like,
At Hinsdale South, one of our teachers told me, and again, I don't know how real this is or how factual, but it always stuck with me. It takes 21 days to create a habit. So I always think about that when I'm doing shit. Like if you work out for 21 days straight, by definition,
I don't even think people that work out say you're supposed to work out for 21 days straight.
or
I know what you mean.
not intensely.
Get your
but
little,
like, if
get
you-
your little off day.
If you
in
get
there.
your body used to doing something active for 21 days, you'll start to crave that shit to where
That
you
first
wake up
2 weeks of working out be hard, but then after that,
After that, it's a breeze, right?
it's like your body start to get used to it and like
you
get-
crave it, right?
Yeah.
There's a level of like clarity you get after a workout too.
It is.
Like we were talking about waking up earlier to do shit. I've started mine with the streams in the morning. You say you were gonna come to the studio maybe to work out and stuff. And after my stream yesterday, even this is day 1 though, so I'm not acting like
What
I'm
did
in
you
day.
the coffee.
Just the
Early hoops.
early hoops.
Yeah,
I
don't know why
got
call it
home around
coffee.
11:30, so it's still a lot of day ahead of me. And I was like, that shit was really fun.
I felt
Yeah.
And I couldn't wait for the next day. Even if I'm waking up so much earlier than I normally would, But it's like if I could train my body that this is my new circadian rhythm, I'm still getting 7-8 hours. That's all.
It feels
you know?
good when you be getting stuff done early too, because you
Bro,
feel
I swear.
productive.
Yes.
You feel like you still got the day ahead of you, and it's just like it's
What
a
did I do
different
when I
feeling.
got home, Mike?
Play the game.
Play the
I
game.
played the fucking game. I did my work
That's
for the
the
day,
best.
and it's time to play the game.
When I
man.
wake up at 7:30 to 8, walk Penny out, come in, feed her, I eat, and I get that video done, and it's 10:30. Oh man, me and Penny can go to the mall now.
the only
I can
thing
get on rec.
for me, the only thing that I need to pace myself on is when that happens. I'm like, shit, I got time to shoot another video. Let's be even more productive.
Oh right, yeah.
And then I end up not having no time no more because I just use that extra productive hours to do more videos.
It's a bonus to get ahead, but it be some days I'm like, I'm finna live my life.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I look in and be like yesterday was 46, I think, to start the day. Man, I'm outside
It was
with it.
nice.
I'm
Yeah.
outside with it.
It was real nice yesterday.
What about this Marvel Rivals though?
You got to get P on there at this point.
We do, man.
I think you would really enjoy
Good
it.
fucking luck.
I think you would enjoy it.
I just don't think it's his type of game at all.
Me and John
bro.
were talking about this. We have a few people in our friend group, Pierre is included, that are stubborn gamers. Y'all are stubborn gamers, but eventually y'all gave in, and you've been having a lot of. You've been streaming. You've streamed it every day for like 4
Hey.
days straight now.
You and John can miss me with that shit because I'm a stubborn gamer when I have to play it by myself. I was joking when I said good luck. I'll play any fucking game where it's a group of us.
Yeah.
I'll play anything
Did
with
we
a
get
group.
Pierre to play healer? You think?
I don't know what it is, so yeah.
Hey,
I bet. Hey, we lit.
we trying to be comp though.
I think you'll
So
like it.
think
'cause-
smartly about that.
Yeah. Did you see the clip I was talking about with D Mills?
Did you clip it?
I
Oh,
didn't
where I
clip
hit the
it, but I know
wall?
exactly where it's at.
I'm gonna
And
watch it
finna-
right here.
It
Do
was
I
at
have
like
to play mouse and
44 minutes,
keyboard?
KB.
No, Derek is playing controller.
It was at like around 44 minutes in the stream. But he basically has his all, and this is a big time in the game too. Like we need to make
was.
this push. I seen
I
him
just heard him say,
floating up
"Oh,
in-
I hit the wall." That's what I heard. as his
KB.
team.
Oh yeah,
KB.
we do have to say I don't know how I let this fucking this is not even no funny shit. Rest
Oh,
in
my
peace to Jarvis. No, not Jarvis. Giannis Steema.
I'm not familiar.
G League blonde guy.
Yeah,
Magic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Passed
Rest in
away,
peace,
man.
man.
yeah.
Him right here. He passed away.
No.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Passed away.
Wow.
Yep.
Rest in peace, dude.
Yeah.
He
They're
had his
saying
moment on NBA Twitter.
Self-inflicted.
Dude.
Yeah. So rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
Because we all was a part of this summer league and then the memes, all that stuff. We don't ever do anything like that to be bogus to nobody, but
No.
so we gonna pay our respects. That's just what they're saying. They found him.
Wow, dude, that sucks.
Apparently, he had a text or something from his ex-wife, so they was going through whatever. I don't
They
know.
pushed him over, and he.
Potentially, I don't want
Right,
to say
right,
that
right, right.
because she's still alive and well. But she was on her social media saying stuff too, like keep her kid out of it.
yeah, please do.
so-
That's just,
But
rest
regardless,
in peace. Rest in peace.
the NBA is a brotherhood. We are part of the media that we think we are part of the brotherhood a little bit because we don't go out our way to bash nobody. But yeah, rest in peace, man.
Fuck.
I just
Rest
was
in peace.
reminded when I opened up my app, but I meant to say it at the top of the show because I found out when I was in bed this morning.
Yeah. While we there, check on your people, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things
Mental
is
health
hit the group
checks.
chat and hit the group chat. Mental health check for the guys.
Royce the 5'9" got an amazing song that says, check up on your strong friend.
Mm.
And that always hit hard for me because I got a really strong friend, and it made me be like, yeah, we got to start checking on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You always have a friend who there, like you always do that, but the rest of the group chat need to do that for you because you may have a strong friend who like, oh, he always gonna figure it out. But it's like, no, check up on him as well. Check up on him as
I
well.
ain't doing great. But what Earl say? What Earl say?
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
okay,
like-
but I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
That's-
okay, but I'm
that's-
gonna be all right.
It's the realest shit that's ever been
That's
said
always
in
my
2024.
mindset. I've been blessed enough to have a mentality where it's like I'm a half glass full.
Mhm.
Always been, always. Even now, I'm sick. I'm fighting this little cold, but I'm just happy that it ain't worse.
It could have been.
As soon
worse,
as I
man.
feel bad for myself, I see shit. Like I took Penny out and I was mad. I'm like, damn, I'm getting this cold. And the ambulance went by. I'm like, hey, I ain't in the back of that motherfucker. So
Yeah.
just off that, I'm back happy, Penny. We lit.
What's the? When you say you know the exact time when Darrick used his alt incorrectly?
I think it was
So,
about
explain to me
44
what's an alt.
minutes.
Talk to me like I'm
It's
a
like your
6-year-old.
superpower.
Yeah. So
And you used it wrong. You
Well,
already
you said what
pissing me off. I already don't want him a part of.
44
I
minutes.
already don't want him a part of our team, y'all.
Well, no, I'm actually pretty good.
I'm just talking shit. I heard they just saying you decent. His chat was saying you was decent too.
You know what's funny, Mike? They had got on my ass yesterday because I had a bad game.
But also he had a bad game, then he compared himself to fucking LeBron.
How do
right
you
after a bad
how do
game.
you have a bad game?
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
I was negative.
I'm at 44 minutes and 20 seconds. This is when he dies, but he has his ult, so
Okay,
he comes
I'm
back.
right here. I'm right here. We're
He's
in the
about to
exact
come
same
back and
spot.
try to use it. And let me mind, this is like a big part of the
is a
game. We're
big
like,
push right
D-Mills, he's like, I got my ult. We're like, D-Mills, use it. He's like floating. And that's why I'm also going to tell you, you might as well try mouse and
Hey,
keyboard,
bro.
bro.
That was pitiful.
That's what, bro.
Yeah, I hit
Try mouse and keyboard because it's not hard. Like, it's not difficult to control. And it's easier to aim and move. Like, I know it's hard as hell to aim with your joystick while also flying on Iron Man on controller. That shit's got to be tough.
Damn.
But you've seen it though. Like he literally was like flying wrong and just hit the wall. Talking about I hit the wall. Like, yeah, I see why you did. It was actually like embarrassingly bad.
Yeah, I fucked up.
That was really bad.
I don't know why I did it in a place where there is a wall, but I thought I was gonna aim lower, but I kind of fucked up my aim.
Bro, how about
Can we-
that mouse and keyboard?
Can we
bro?
get you to try different characters?
I have, and I was bad.
But no. When I say try, I don't mean hop into a game with it. There is a shooting range. There's a practice range. Because you jumped on a character
Oh,
without
I
knowing
love
anything about
that.
his abilities.
I hate that they take that out of Call of Duty. You used to be able to go in a gun range and
Practice with your
practice
gun.
your shooting before you put it in your new
And
set.
and you can do that. You can just go to the range and
You could test the characters out. you
Because
test
it
their
ain't nothing like
abilities and
making a new
abilities.
class and that motherfucker's a 3-round burst that you didn't really pay attention to, and you like, oh my goodness.
Mhm.
So what am I gonna have to do?
you're gonna probably
gotta
have to be Jeff the Shark. What character can you see Pierre having fun with?
I feel like he would be a person with a gun. On some
Okay,
real-
he
I
could be
feel like
Rocket
he would be a
Raccoon.
Punisher guy.
Oh,
But I think the Punisher is the
But
guy that
we
gets you
can't-
into
Everybody
it.
can't try to main DPS.
I love Punisher, by the way. I have almost all of his comic books in my office. But I'll be whatever the team needs, though, because I don't also want to be the Punisher and have an expectation of punishing.
I would say
motherfuckers.
this right now, not to glaze myself or ego myself. I am too good of a DPS character to play heals every game.
I don't mind playing heels because
I'm
yeah.
a better DPS character than you, personally.
I would play
Hey,
that.
on some real shit, Iron Man, bro.
He's
Iron Man is
like a
too-
C tier person. That's why I
He-
want you to try other people, because I think you will be better on other people.
Okay.
I feel like he's very like based on the map. He could be
Who do
really
you be
good.
having?
I use Mantis and I use Star Lord. So like we
Me
Guardians
and
of the
Mike are
Galaxy
both.
over here.
We both mold our game to what the team needs. So if the
I'll
team
be
needs
same way.
healers, we play healer.
I'll be the same.
I'm starting to
way.
expand though because I started using Iron Man.
You're
Iron
doing
Man's
pretty nice on Iron Man.
Iron
yesterday.
Man's fun to use. I'm still learning. I gotta learn a tank. I feel like, and that's like Venom, Thor, one of those type. Hulk looks low key fun to use. Bro.
Hulk looks decent. I love taking out the tanks with Iron Man because they have such a big like radius to hit them.
Mhm.
So like it's so easy to hit them sometimes. But like it's just if a Scarlet gets you, you can't really get away from her.
Yeah.
That's like the only downside. If a team has a Scarlet and you're Iron Man, she's gonna fuck you
I
up. if
found
she's
out
good.
my Bucky is really good.
Okay.
Mm.
My Bucky is really, really
I
good.
haven't even used him yet.
It's definitely it's a more like accuracy centric character because you really just got a pistol and some fists, right? So it's like you just got to hit your shots.
Mhm.
I
One
had
thing
tried
about
that.
Kenny Beecham, he hit his motherfucking shots.
But what happened when you was on that Hawkeye though?
No, we played against a Hawkeye that might be the best player in the world. Like we both loaded
Oh,
Hawkeye
yeah.
and he was fucking me up. I'm like, you got it, bro.
Hawkeye be hitting me with
Hey.
those one shots. I'd be like, I
Bro,
should
yes.
low key load up
A
as his
good
ass.
Hawkeye, they will get your ass
Change
with
the
one
whole
shot.
game, bro.
And it's
Change
like
the
no,
whole game.
there's nothing you could do.
Especially if you're a healer, because if he's really focusing healer and he's picking you off, there's nothing you can really do.
Yeah.
I'm saying all this to say Mike has been streaming the game. Derrick has been streaming the game. Mike been here. _. Go tune into the streams on Twitch.
I gotta see you stream, Darrick.
Yeah, that's probably the first step. Watch one of their streams when they're playing it to kind of get a feel.
Nah,
I've
fuck that.
seen a lot of people
Put me
that
in
are
the
like,
game, coach.
I'm gonna download
No,
this
because
shit.
A Books was put me in the game, coach. I love you, A Books. He was fucking awful. Because he not because his stick skill, because he didn't understand the game. So he was loading up characters that we didn't need. We already got 2 healers. Now we got 3 because A Boog want to be on Rocket Raccoon. Or we got 1 DPS and 3 tanks because he wanted to play Venom. You know, so it's just like it's more. The stick skill obviously
That's
matter,
y'all
but it's
fault.
also map knowledge and game knowledge.
That's
Yeah,
your fault.
he-
Like when I play, Y'all should tell me who is the best I should get. Let me know what I'm expecting.
Well, you know,
to do.
everybody not as fluid as that. Like when I told Darrick to get off Hawkeye, he damn near punched me in my chest. I said, Darrick, you're not gonna be good on Hawkeye. You can't just go somewhere else.
Hard-headed people.
I gotta try.
Hard-headed people are the worst.
Do you remember what you did that game?
I switched off.
You
of him.
switched off of his ass.
I think I went to Venom, and I was really bad at Venom too. That was one of my worst games ever.
Hey,
I think I only had 2
stand me a
kills.
one-trick pony now.
Hey, stand a one trick, Mike.
He talking about, hey, I'm hopping on. Then you already know Iron Man gone. Nobody else can use Iron Man.
If we load up and Mike like, I'm on Iron Man, what you gonna do?
Or something else.
Oh, duh.
But you don't know the characters enough to pick who that other guy is. That's
I
why
might
we need to
pick
go in the
Hulk.
practice chain.
I
I like
try.
KC. KC's a good tank. He's a really
He
good
is.
tank.
He is.
I just didn't like Venom. I really didn't know what I was doing.
That's why you
Am
gotta
I
go to that
am I
range.
essentially, when you're playing Venom, are you just supposed to be punching people?
He's got the symbiote things that you can actually get headshots with the symbiote things. You also got to time your rage so you can get that extra boost.
He got that thing where it's like grapples you and he holds you.
He also
so-
swings like
I didn't get the swinging thing. What am I doing with that?
you're swinging.
You're swinging.
That's
It's,
it?
move,
Just
it's
get away.
movement.
It doesn't do anything
Oh.
damage-wise, but
It's
if you're in
movement.
a pickle, you swing out
But
of it.
he
Oh,
also
okay.
has a thing where if he like you're in the sky, he has like a dive attack, so
Yes.
you can do damage, but it's mostly for movement.
I would recommend though, like realistically, if you want to try a character, YouTube it first. Somebody's gonna have a 5-minute video of like, this is how you play this character,
Okay.
and then you kind of get a feel for it. There's a video I watched yesterday that was like one secret ability for all 33 characters. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Well, it's not literally a secret ability, but it's like some stuff you don't really think about when you're using a character.
I was learning how to use Iron Man. I was learning new things he could do.
Yeah, it was. What did he have for Iron Man?
Because like I didn't know that like when he does his power up thing, that I could just shoot my normal shots and they're stronger and more. They do more damage. I used to thought I always had to use the missiles.
Oh, you do? Okay. No, I mean like I didn't know you get that damage boost either.
Oh yeah, if you power up, your beam in your chest is way stronger, and the gun is way stronger.
It's a couple
Okay.
characters like that. Like
Yeah.
Wolverine is like that. When he gets full rage, it's nothing you can really do.
I didn't know that at first. Like for Star-Lord, when he does like a little flip, it's like a movement thing he does, where it's like a flip, but it automatically reloads your gun, so you don't have to go through the animation, which was
Yeah,
really cool.
the Star-Lord thing was, the alt. I didn't. It was kind of hard for me to learn how to do it at
The
first.
alt?
But when I saw you,
It's literally an
alt is
aimbot,
the
ain't it?
but no, when I saw you doing it, I was like, oh, this shit look easy.
You jump in the air and you press the button, and
Yes,
that's it.
I was like, I should have been using it like that. That shit looks so sweet.
Bro, one of the people in my stream first seen it, he's like, damn, like your aim crazy.
You should have took credit for that shit. Yeah, I've been in the practice range a lot.
What all you got to do?
It's a like move the payload type of game mode. It's
or
a
like
take the
capture the
point.
flag.
Yeah. But it's all team based, so you got to
How many
communicate.
of us would it be if us four
Six.
players?
6v6.
It's real like team based. So like if you're in there by yourself, you ain't got no communication, isn't probably not gonna be no fun time. But like you saying that like me and KB, we got our we finna use it together so we can make a push. Like I think that's the fun part of it, is the communication, the team aspect.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine running solo. I
It's-
would
I
like to
did
talk to my
yesterday.
team.
I'm gonna run solo comp tonight.
I don't want this to be the replacement for 2K though, fellas.
It kind of is. I have not thought about 2K. I got my +5 and have not thought about it since then.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to get on 2K, but it's been
It's
fun.
been
Yeah, this
fun,
has
right?
been fun.
I gotta be here while it lasts, man.
I hope it do that for me.
And I appreciate that from you because you definitely don't pigeonhole yourself as a 2K streamer. And your
Me.
numbers are pretty much the same across, right? Like your community's still there regardless of what game
Yeah.
you play. That's a blessing because that allows other people to come in and like maybe you get a raid from some random guy and now you just build an outside fan base on a different game, which I think is pretty cool.
We got John to play yesterday too.
John is always going to be good at these type of games.
Yeah.
That sound like his type of shit.
He's a genuine gamer.
I was mad because he was steady on that one dude. I wanted to try him.
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I had to pick real shit, what character John would play, it was going to be Moon Knight. I just
Why?
knew. It's something about how broken he is. You know, John like the cheese. He going to find the glitches and stuff. He can be very broken if you use his Ong the right way, which is that little.
If I didn't pick
Cross-shaped
Iron Man,
thing that
who
he
would
throw
you
on the
have
floor?
thought I was using?
Wait, what?
Punisher.
Mm.
Because Punisher is
Very
very
simple.
generic, and
Yeah.
you're not a shooting gamer. So that's why I would go for like Pierre to even go that way too, because he never played a game like this before.
When
And it's not a bad character
Yeah.
at all.
If you
I
have
don't like how he be. I think he said that too. He's like, I don't like how he move.
Yeah, he is chunky as hell. Huh?
Yeah, you got to use that grappler, and even the grappler kind of bogus.
yeah.
His alt do be going crazy though when he catch
You
you.
try to hide when you hear that shit. Everything you try to get out the fucking way. But yeah, it's been fun.
Isn't the shark the one that do the storm? No, the shark
No, he
grabs
swallows you up.
Yeah. What we doing that Storm shit?
Storm.
Oh,
has-
that's Storm?
You talking about the tornado?
Yeah.
That is Storm.
Okay.
That's Storm. But it's a couple players' alts that are so similar.
That Storm weak as fuck. I ain't
It is,
gonna lie.
but hey, if you get caught in the middle of that, it's over with.
I'm always in the air.
Right, so you don't really.
And
get
I
it,
always
yeah.
just see it going on, and I just kind of move out the way.
I think
How big
she's
are the maps?
You said how big are they?
Yeah.
They're linear.
You
Yeah.
always
So
in
you
the
can't
air,
really tell.
So like,
Yeah, I'm always. I can't. In close corners, Iron Man isn't really a good character.
It's a few maps
That's
that
why I
he's just
say you
not good
gotta
at.
you gotta get like good spots in the air.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
have to
it's
find good
linear,
places.
where it's not like you can go all around, but you're gonna follow like the main line. But it's very like vertical, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
Iron Man can fly pretty damn high, get over buildings.
what's it called?
You got
again?
multiple characters. that
Marvel
can-
rivals.
Yeah, you got multiple characters that can get like weird spots by just flying and levitating.
I've been having a lot of fun watching people play, like on Twitch.
Oh, I see it.
It's I watched the #1 tank in the world yesterday.
Was he
He's going crazy.
spazzing?
Bro, ungodly shit he's been doing.
Yeah.
He played some Magneto. He was playing Magneto. And I haven't seen a good Magneto yet. Like, I feel like in the games we played, Magneto's just kind of mid. He damn near was unfuckwittable. And I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
We
He's
played a
#1 in the
good
world.
Hulk the other day, and he had like 40 kills. And I think
That's
this.
crazy. Oh yeah,
I was
he
on
messed
either
us up.
Star Lord or Iron Man, and I swear he jumped off the ground, got me out of the air, took me down.
I'm
to
watching
the
a video
ground.
right now that said Magneto is the #1 player.
Yeah, see.
Almost had a 30-kill game yesterday with Iron Man, Mike. At
Yeah.
29.
It's so good when you run this shit though. It feels
Yeah.
it's so rewarding.
We
to hear
played
the
one
ding
game
sound.
where it was just like the team didn't even come out they spawn. He was like, "What the hell? Who are we playing right
Yeah.
now?"
I'm watching a dude play as
We got to
Venom.
play comp. Now, unfortunately, we can't have Ruby on our Ruby on our comp.
Why
team.
not?
Ruby Insane.
And because you only can play comp with people on your platform. And he's on
Yeah.
PlayStation. So like even KC can't play with us. But it can be
damn.
us four, John.
And whoever.
Where
we can
Kyron
run.
at?
Kyron said he not hopping on.
Yeah, I forgot
But
about
you did
that.
Kyron dirty the other day.
How?
That was the day where y'all was running that tournament, but y'all didn't have a fifth. You asked me to hop on.
Was he on?
He hit your chat like y'all need one. And he was like, no. But you didn't figure out who was going to replace him yet.
Kyron did that?
Kyron hit your
I
group
don't
chat.
remember that.
He even joined the Discord chat.
I do not remember that.
telling you,
But this
bro,
one
'cause
I
I was
asked you to play?
Yes. It was like 10 minutes after you asked me. Kyron joined
But you
the
know,
DC.
you also know we just had our regular team. Like you were supposed to join it for Slip. Slip just came back.
Wait, what?
You talking about the other day when I asked you, like,
Yes.
we need you in the promo.
Yeah.
You were supposed to take over for Slip because
Uh-huh.
Slip was like, he was running late. He was 10 minutes late or whatever. He said he was going to be home while we were drafting.
So you saying big for big?
We was basically big for big. We needed a
Oh,
big.
so that's why you said no to Kyron.
And then
Okay.
I don't even remember him saying anything, but
Yeah,
regardless,
he
either
did
way,
both.
Slip came back. And so we just didn't even need anybody
Okay.
to fill. But
I got you.
I mean, I would have took Kyron. Kyron been on that. He been on that real hesitant to play 2K type stuff. Like even when we got him to play Rec the other time, he did not really want to play that shit.
Yeah. He's Call of Duty guy, full stop.
He does in Call of Duty.
What y'all think of Travis Hunter girlfriend stuff?
I haven't
I'm
even.
so off the internet, P, that when I loaded up Twitter for the first time today, that was trending, and I had no idea what it's been about.
I haven't.
I
I've
just-
seen a lot of clips, but I haven't actually like looked at the video. Like I seen a clip,
No.
and it was like he was doing all the autographs for the fans, whatever. And I guess she was sitting there, and she's like, "You really gonna make me sit here all day or whatever while you do this?" And it was just like people were.
Oh, she said that?
I didn't like I said I didn't watch the
She
video,
said
but that's
that, and he came out and said that she was saying something for the family. I don't know, but now they're saying she used to be a dancer at a strip club. She had her OnlyFans. They just bringing up all
nothing
these
wrong with
different
being a
things.
dancer, right?
I mean, I heard him come out and say that like I've been with this girl for 5. Like before everybody else knew me, she knew me,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
she's been by my side and everything. Like I understand.
There's
that.
true value there. Yeah.
You're right. I understand that and everything like that. After that, I kind of tuned up.
That's just what it's been about. That's also the clip of her saying he wasn't her type at first.
Yeah.
He became
then-
her type when he became really good at football? Or?
That's what everybody's saying, yeah. Once she saw the vision and saw the potential, that's when she hopped on the train. But I remember that. I also saw that one clip of her saying that Travis used to take her to parties, and he would sit outside and wait for her to come out until she got done partying.
Why you laughing at that?
I'm not
That's a
laughing at
gentleman
that.
right
That's
there.
fucking crazy.
I don't. He didn't want to ruin
He
his.
would sit outside while she went to party?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's hyperbolic. I'm hoping that's a crazy exaggeration. I'm hoping that was some. I hope she lied. I hope she's a liar.
I got no words.
I got nothing. I was just curious if y'all had saw it.
Yeah, I just think that right there, that's the one that really
Talk
went
to us,
viral.
D-Millie. Yeah.
That one really, because a lot of people were saying that he needs to leave her because she ain't the one if she was doing that type of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And
If Travis Hunter was your son, what would you be telling him?
you can't, like, essentially, right now, your image is your most important thing.
We love you, by the way,
And-
Travis Hunter. We're not judging at all.
Right now, she isn't
happy.
really helping your image. Either you have to find a way to get her to stop, or you just got to leave.
Yeah.
That's hard, man.
Get her to stop what?
Getting in front of microphones.
Hey,
Tell
get
her
in front of
shut
Michael.
up and drip. No, she's not dribbling. Shut up and
Get in front of the microphone.
Shut up and just
Or she can
Take
get in
the
front of the
money.
microphone
Watch
and
the
just
game.
not talk about their
Getting
relationship.
in front of the microphone might be saving them. Might could be the blessing in disguise.
True.
But I don't think I'll ever be with a person. Me personally, Travis Hunter can do whatever he want to do, just like everybody else. I'm never going to be with a person who I'm not they type, and all of a sudden, coincidentally, I become they type when I'm up.
Yeah.
No. It's one thing to not be your type, and then I leave an impression, and you know what I mean, and we build gradually. That's one thing.
but ain't nothing changed but the amount of money I'm making.
No way.
And the potential.
No
Yeah.
way. All of a sudden, the arrow is doing this, and my friend zone, I'm in the end zone. Nah. Don't do that because you're going to end up looking crazy because I'm an end zone from the friend zone and then be gone.
Tell me.
I ain't going to play no game with you.
Yeah.
Because ain't nothing but bad going to come from that. You going to do me like that, and I'm going to leave your ass for Kim Kardashian.
bro, these AI generated shit. This is why I'm not.
They're
on the
finally
internet
getting
no more.
a little better, though.
Dude,
The Ice Spice one was
This is
terrible.
literally
The
Drewski
Drewski.
100 times as an O lineman. What the?
Did you
that
see the
looks
Ice
so-
Spice one? It's
Oh.
just like a picture of her, like, and she just turns into like a damn demon or
Yeah, I
something like
saw
that.
that.
It's all AI, but it's just like she even quoted it like, "What the hell did I just watch?" But people are going overboard. With
I
this
saw
shit.
Sexy Red kissing Martin Luther King.
I've seen that too.
What the fuck
The only-
is happening?
What I'm saying that shit is stupid. But what I'm saying when it's getting better, I remember when they first did AI and it was supposed to be like Rick Ross and it looked nothing like him. You can tell. Now that first one looked like Drewski.
That looks just
Yeah,
like
that looks
The
Drewski.
one
like
you put in with the Giants,
Yes.
that looked just like Drewski.
Bro, did y'all see the one where Ja Morant was at the podium doing the post game, and then all of a sudden he's like, and he just pulls out a gun.
Yeah,
No.
that
Oh,
He
was-
starts
see that.
shooting, bro.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit's stupid.
What, bro? This video is crazy.
That's Ja Morant.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. No, we gotta stop it, bro. Cause we gonna end up in fucking iRobot. We just got to kill
The
the
robots
machines.
result.
They gonna take over, bro. No way.
They
It's-
talking about Ja
it's
Morant
him
after
at a
shooting
post
5 for
game.
20 with 7 turnovers.
It's too good, bro. It's too good.
Where you see the jaw one at?
Yeah,
I'll
I
show-
got it right.
Oh, he got it right here. Now, obviously, as he's moving, the face does shift
Yeah.
where it's not completely Ja Morant. But the fact that a computer made that video is crazy. And they didn't even do anything. They typed in Ja Morant at a post-game interview,
Man, that
shoots
shit
a
look
gun.
horrible.
It do, but it's the fact
they
that they
made
have
that,
it.
though.
But no, for sure. But as soon as he pull out the gun, it's just like,
They do look animated as hell.
Let me go through your messages real quick.
He ain't finna see nothing.
I get 2 for the 15. But no,
If you're asking for 2 for the 15
Travis
at this
Hunter,
big
do you,
age.
brother. Do you, brother.
Congratulations on the Heisman, man.
But yeah,
Facts.
I just had to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Do me like that, and I'm definitely trying to get me a billionaire. That's how I play the game.
Where is he playing next season?
I'm not
Is he a
sure.
Patriot? Oh, he's a Raider, right?
They got Christian Gonzalez, so if they have him in.
Or is he a
Christian Gonzalez.
Giant? I'm just looking at the really bad teams. Because he's a top
Giants
pick.
Yo,
gotta
look
go
at this
quarterback,
Photoshop
right?
picture of Ja.
See, that's good.
So it's
That's too
So
good.
there's no excuse for 2K face scans to not be accurate as possible.
Yeah,
Because
because
you already got some accuracy, but then you could take that and really
well, they just shouldn't.
what?
Who is Cam Ward?
Hell no. Hell no. That ain't no legal issue.
Who is Cam
The
Ward?
only legal issue that 2K's ever gained from scanning is tattoos and the artist. It's never been because they got people that look exactly like people. What sense does that
Cam
make?
Ward is cold.
You can't look like
Okay.
them, but you can look like 98% of them. Don't believe that shit.
I'm looking
I'ma
at
tell you that. Don't believe that shit, bro.
NBA mock draft or NFL mock drafts. They had Cam Ward at 1 going to the Giants. Number 2,
the U.
Shador going to Vegas, and then number 3, Travis Hunter going to New England.
Okay.
Where do we go, huh? Where do we get as Bears fans after watching this bullshit for the last 10 weeks? An edge rusher from Georgia,
Okay.
Michael Williams.
Okay, Mike Williams.
We'll see.
He decent.
Mike Williams got
I know a couple Mike Williams.
I don't know.
Yeah, got to be most popular.
But he
football
spelled
name.
his name is Michael Williams, Mykel.
Oh, okay.
That sound like when Kyron be calling him Mikhail.
Yeah,
That's how it be spelled, Mikhail.
Maybe it's pronounced Mikhail, actually. It might be pronounced Mikhail. I don't know. Anything else for Unplugged?
Anything from you?
I got to use this bathroom.
Oh yeah, let's wrap up here.
Hey, we appreciate y'all watching and listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. Again, we appreciate y'all. Book club, remember, hit the newsletter
Y'all
if you
get
want to
y'all
get a
books,
copy.
man.
I'm
Y'all got
going
y'all
today.
book
I'm going today.
And we'll see y'all soon.
Peace.